looks like it's quite positive coming from the south. Actually, coming from the south, it's looking quite positive. Let me see if I can just sort this layout out, guys. 1 second. You know what? I might just leave it like that. If everyone can see, if everyone can hear, let me know. Good evening. I can see Marco is here. Marco the Parco. Hopefully you've changed your mind, mate. Hopefully you're more pro solution now. Less, making up history. Hopefully it's the same Marco that I'm talking to and not the previous one. The live go out. So as you can see, guys, from the title, it says, will we have a solution by the end of the year? Now, we talk about this week in, week out, and sometimes day in, day out. There's been quite a lot of lives lately about this Cyprus solution. I'm very, very disappointed with what happened last week with the United Nations. I did expect a lot more to happen. I did expect there to be some great announcements. I expected there to be even some agreements on at least a few things, and we couldn't even agree on a crossing. So that's pretty bad, I would say. I don't think it went well at all, but it seems quite positive. It seems quite positive at the end of the day. So
Yo, hello. How you doing, my bro?
Yeah, what's up, man? You good?
Yeah, bro, I'm good still. So, quick question, what is the picture on the green screen? Just need to know.
It's about Cyprus.
Yeah, well, what's going on?
I don't know. Are you from Cyprus?
Yeah, I'm from Northern Cyprus, bro.
Oh, okay. That's good. What's going on? Nothing. We're having a debate about the solution. And we're talking to Greeks and Turkish Cypriots, trying to figure it out, to be fair.
Or
what are you thinking?
You know, I rate both of the sides in it. I think we should be one big country, yeah. But we should represent each other's countries as well in one flag.
That's interesting. I ain't heard that one before. How's that gonna work?
So let's say, right, but we're just gonna make one big country, right?
Yeah. I'm so far so good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Now was it back in the day?
Yeah.
Let's make that again, right? But let's change the flags so we can represent both of them.
So what would you do so what would you keep? Would you keep because I think the current flag's beautiful and it represents. Does it represent you? The current Cypriot one on the south?
On the south one, not really.
You know what I'm going to say, right? You know I'm going to say it was designed by a Turkish Cypriot. That's what everyone says, right? Everyone knows that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's no religious reference to it either. And it is literally a picture of our island. So why doesn't it represent you?
Because I feel you know what we should do? I feel we should make a, you know how the Northern Cyprus flag has a star?
Yeah.
And then let's say you guys have what was it, a star,
we have a cross for the Greeks, for the Greek
flag.
The
cross.
Yeah.
I'll say if we can make up a design of the sea and the cross, that would be great. And just make it one into flag.
So you want the cross and the crescent? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how that's gonna look, but aren't we making it about religion now if we do that?
Nah, I feel it should just be non-religious stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What part of North Cyprus are you from?
I'm from Girne, bro.
Okay. What, your family's from Girne as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've always been from there?
I was born there.
Grandparents?
Yeah, also there.
Okay, that's interesting. So you were from the north, and then after the war, you lot stayed in the north?
No, after the war. My dad was actually born a day after the war.
Oh, wow. You're joking.
Mum's love, I'm not, bro.
He was born a day after the war?
Mum's, bro.
In Cyprus?
In Cyprus.
In Girne?
In Girne.
Like we say, Gerinja.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you were born in Gerinja as well?
Yeah.
And then you came to England?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, mate. Wow. What's your dad saying about it? Because obviously he must have seen quite a lot growing up there.
He says like he back then was way different than present. Like there was like more, like, let's say, more situations going on back then
Were we
compared
getting
to.
along, in his opinion?
He's saying like they should just be friends, go back to how we used to be. Like he's basically agreeing with what I'm saying. Basically,
Wow, that's good, man. I like to hear that. That's exactly what most of us want in the South as well, to be fair.
bro, you know what it is? I genuinely rate the Greeks, bro. And then there's other people saying that we should just get out of the country. I mean, we should be friends, bro.
Why should you get out of the country? You're Turkish Cypriot.
Exactly that's what other people think, bro.
Nah, look, I don't think people are referring to Turkish Cypriots. I think 99% of Greek Cypriots I speak to acknowledge that Turkish Cypriots are part of the island just as much as the Greeks are. I think that their issue is with Turkey and the Turkish army.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's not gonna lie.
That's the big problem. I've never heard a Greek say anything bad about the Turkish Cypriots, and if they do, they obviously don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly what I'm trying to say, bro. I'm saying like we should all be big friends, bro. Live in one country that have no problems.
Would you go often, Cyprus?
Yeah, I'm going actually in 2 days.
No way. That's good, man. That's good. So you go every year?
So yeah.
Okay. And then you're in there, so you're probably seeing a lot of Turkish Cypriots actually.
Yes, bro. Now, actually, I don't see lots of Turkish Cypriots often anymore since like there's lots of different people coming into the country, which is good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Knowing that my country's, getting famous and over the years.
Oh yeah. Cyprus is like, especially in the last 2-3 years, I've seen a lot of people moving to Cyprus, like people who aren't even Cypriot,
But I would like to see more Turkish Cypriot, Greek Cypriots in my country as well, bro. I mean, it's getting less and less, if you get me.
That's the worry, my young friend. If we start disappearing, then where are we gonna call home?
Exactly what I'm trying to say, bro.
That's the hard part, man. That's why, yeah, it's good that we see a lot of foreigners. I mean, technically, we're even foreigners, aren't we, when we go there? But I'm saying there's a lot of foreign countries coming to Cyprus, but that doesn't. It's not good if we keep disappearing. Our population ain't growing. I mean, look, we're 1 million. I don't know, what are the Turkish Cypriots in the north, do you know?
I think it's like 500K.
What, including the Turkish, or the Turkish Cypriots?
Or like you're talking about foreign people?
No, because you got the Turkish settlers that came in the 70s, and then you got the Turkish Cypriots. So do you know what the stats are between those two?
Well, combined or separate?
Separate.
I think Turkish Cypriot is like, right now, last time I checked, it was a year ago. It was like 100K, and like when it comes to main Turks, it was like over two, like I think it was like 1 or 1.5 mil.
What?
So there's more Turks than actual Turkish Cypriots in the country.
Okay. Fair enough. Are you cool with that? You comfortable with that?
I don't know about it. Like,
yeah,
just don't know it. Don't know how I feel about it.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one for the Turkish Cypriots.
I'm trying to say.
I can't judge you lot for that, man. At the end of the day, because we know the stories.
Yeah, bro.
And then Michael, how you doing, Michael? I don't know if you requested by accident there, but
good evening, bro. No, I did request by accident, but I'm here now, so I'm here, bro.
Yeah, it's cool that we're talking to this young Turkish Cypriot, right?
No, this young man sounds like he's got his head screwed on. It sounds very intelligent.
100%.
Bro, I'm trying, like, I feel like Turkey shouldn't have done what they done, bro.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like we should just like stay in one country, just one big country, bro.
So why? So what do you think stopping the Turkish Cypriots from doing that? Because
it's their mindsets, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I want peace in it.
Yeah.
I don't want war in that, bro.
I think you lot's generation, I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to assume you're over 18 because this is an 18 plus. Your generation is definitely gonna sort this problem out. And I really hope you lot do, because every time I do speak to a young person, 18 plus, they will say what you say, man. They will say what you say. But I just hope it's not too late.
Hope it's not, bro. Hope it's not.
I hope it's not too late, because if it carries on like this, who knows what's going to happen.
There's definitely gonna be a war. There's definitely gonna be a war if it keeps on going like this, bro.
Well, it won't be between the Cypriots, that's for sure.
Yeah, true.
I just
I
got one.
remember when my dad used to say to me, right, like how I think he was like 10 years old when this
You know,
happened.
how did 50 people get in here? I wasn't even looking at my phone. Sorry, mate. Go on.
Just say,
When did
bro.
that?
We
Yeah,
went
go
from 10 to 55
on.
people.
Last time I looked, there was 4 people in here. But anyways, yeah, go on.
My dad used to say, yeah, like when he was 10 years old, like let's say in 1965, like 1964, he used to say the amount of when people like Turk Cypriot and Greek Cypriot people used to meet, they always used to fight. Like literally every single day, there's a fight going on between them two.
But what kind of fight? Friendly fight or?
No, like real fighting. Just like normal civilian people just fighting for no reason.
Well, like brotherly fighting, yeah? You know, like, you know how you fight with your brother?
Nah,
Like,
not them fighting, but like literally like, the hate, like hate fighting.
wow.
It's just bad, man.
I don't know who's got background noise. I think it might be Eza. Eza 5.
Yeah, I've got a fan on.
No worries, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm going to Cyprus for the first time in September.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Where are you from? North or south?
Well, I was born in London, but my nan she was Turkish Cypriot, but I've always lived in London, and I don't have a problem with Greek Cypriots at all.
Yeah.
They're some of the loveliest people ever. Like I've worked with them, and they're just the best, funny and everything.
Yeah.
Keep going, man. We're burning up our ego.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's true, I
Flattery
mean,
will get you everywhere, my friend. Keep
I'm
going.
going to be very honest now, but like I do notice I find Turkish Cypriots more. I'm not being like derogatory here, but they're more serious generally. Like from my experience, they're a lot less likely to make a joke or make fun, like have banter. Like with the
Yeah,
Greeks,
that
they're
is
more.
true.
I don't
That
know.
is really true.
I
See
don't know
with
about
me,
that,
yeah.
man. I don't know about that.
See with me, yeah. I really don't like jokes. Like when someone makes a joke with me, I just don't like it.
I think the older generation Cypriots are very similar to each other. The ones who
No, but like even like a lot of Greek Cypriot, like older people are quite humorous, whereas I don't find that with Turkish people. Like
the younger ones. Do you mean the younger
yeah, and
ones?
also if you look at how many like Greek comedians online and comedians there are, there's more Greek ones I notice as well. So yeah, but
Can you speak Turkish?
very limited.
Are you circumcised?
No comment.
You know that was going to be Ken's next
Mabron
question.
Shilon Yirefke.
Person, are you circumcised?
The Cyprus don't. Can you stay out of my domain, please?
Ken is cross-examining right now. Super Donkey. Let's see where he goes. How about you, top right?
I'm not examining no one. Everyone entitled to their own opinion.
Okay.
Usually, the British-born Turkish Cypriots, in my opinion, I'm not being rude here. They're clueless.
The guy, he's a quarter Turkish Cypriot though. Cut him some slack. Like he's a quarter Turkish Cypriot. So
Yeah,
I have a
quarter. I
question
don't know
for you,
about
Ray.
that one
Quarter
still.
Turkish Cypriots.
How about the guy top right? I can't see your name.
It's
What, mine?
Yeah. Lee
Just call me Umut in it.
Umut. Can you speak Turkish, Umut?
Yeah, I can fully.
Okay.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's Sophocles.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Ray, why do you ask if it's north or south?
I don't know, I've probably been on these lives for way too long and I have no clue what I'm talking about.
Why not just Turkish Cypriot or Greek Cypriot?
I don't know, you know what?
Why do you have
That
to
actually
split the
doesn't
island
feel
in the
right
middle?
anymore. That doesn't even feel right anymore, asking if they speak
Yeah,
Turkish.
so
Do you know what I mean?
Someone
It
told me
doesn't-
off once because I was saying that I was Turkish Cypriot, and they went, "You're either Turkish or Cypriot," but nobody's ever said that to me before. I've never thought of it like that. But
Who told
Yeah, I
you Turkey?
suppose.
Not who's questioning you?
just someone I used to work with once said to me, had a go at me for saying I'm Turkish Cypriot.
What did you say you are? Did you say you are Cypriot?
No, Turkish Cypriot. But I didn't say it in a horrible. I didn't mean it like in a intimidating way.
You said you're Turkish Cypriot. Your parents are
Yeah.
Turkish Cypriots, yes?
Yeah.
Both your parents or one of them?
No, my dad was from Turkey. My mum's Cypriot, but even she was born in London.
Okay, well, to be honest with you, the Greek Cypriots, they won't class you as a Turkish Cypriot.
No, we will.
Yeah,
No, you don't.
We
You
will.
don't.
I actually
Now, be
class
honest.
Yes, we do.
You don't.
Stop lying.
No, there's no lying about it. There's
Yes,
no.
sir.
Ken, one second. Can I just ask?
Mixed
I just want to
marriages.
ask Donkey.
Yelare.
Sorry, Donkey. What would have been the politically right thing to say then? Not North or South? Did you want me to say Greek or Turkish?
Greek or Turkish Cypriot, bro.
Why? I mean, it's Cyprus. It's one island.
It's
Bruh,
literally one island,
Exactly.
bro.
That's why
Listen,
you don't say
listen,
north.
listen.
That's why
Don't
you don't say north or south.
If
Say
if someone
you're
asked me,
Greek
yeah,
Cypriot,
It's
or
not
Turkish
one
Cypriot.
country. There's north and south.
yo,
Whether
yo,
you like
listen,
it or
listen,
not.
listen, real quick.
How about, are you Northern or are you Southern? Like, are you a Northerner?
Oh yeah.
Like we have in England?
Well, I'm a southerner.
Yeah,
I'm,
you're a Southerner.
I'm a westerner then. I'm from
If
Pavlos,
someone
I'm a
came up
westerner.
to me,
Yeah,
if
that's
someone
it.
came up to me and asked me where are you from, I would say Cypriot. I wouldn't say like the part.
Bravo. That's the one.
But then everyone always asks the next question, which
Yeah,
is
but they doesn't identify you whether you are Turkish Cypriot or Greek Cypriot.
That's
But you
why
know
you
what?
say
No,
Greek Cypriot
people-
or
It
Turkish
People
doesn't
don't
matter,
ask.
bro. It doesn't matter. It's just a one
It does
big island.
matter. It does matter,
for you.
right? There is a political issue here. Okay, if you say you're Cypriot, what is a Cypriot?
Yeah, but
Cypriot,
what's wrong with just saying I'm
I
Cypriot?
tell you what's wrong with Cypriot saying Cypriot. Even Greek Cypriots can't say Cypriot, right?
What do you
It's
mean?
Gipro, Greek side, and Cyprus, Turkish side. If you say Cyprus, I accept that. Cypriot is for the British, not for you.
no, but Cyprus
But-
is a country. It's a nationality.
Yeah, Cyprus is an English name for
How Switzerland is
Cyprus.
a nationality and Belgium is a nationality, but it's not an ethnicity. It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's
There's
the
no
same
such a
thing.
thing as
Listen,
Cypriot.
listen,
There's no
Ken,
such
Ken,
ethnicity
Ken,
as
listen.
Swiss or Belgian.
Cyprus is the country. Cypriot is the ethnicity. I'm ethnically Cypriot.
Yeah, and there's two
It doesn't
ethnicity.
matter. It doesn't
and there's
matter.
two ethnicity in Cyprus.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
In Cyprus, Ken.
Yes,
Not
but
just two.
legally recognized two ethnicity. The Republic of
No,
Cyprus.
Armenians,
is un-
Maronites as well, Latins.
yeah.
Palestinians. There's a lot of Palestinians.
So the Russian, when they say, "What are you?" or "We're Cypriot," it's okay by you.
Give them a
Okay, so
couple of
tell me
Turkish
this, right?
people-
Tell me
So
this.
you got no argument when the Turks from Turkey they say we are Cypriot. You accept them.
Yeah, I do.
So
than Britain,
basically,
that's what they
brother,
call
Yeah.
listen,
Call the
listen.
other one.
I'm Turkish Cypriot, yeah. Ben Kıbrıslıyım, tamam. If someone was to come up to me and say, "Are you Turkish Cypriot?" I would say yes, I'm Turkish Cypriot. But if they ask me where are you from, I would say Cyprus, because
Yeah,
it's
but-
just one big land.
Well, the next question is: are you Turkish or Greek Cypriot?
Brother,
what-
it's just one big land. We used to be one.
No, but Ken's
Well,
right.
well-
Glez, when you tell him Cypriot, the next question is always, are you Greek or Turkish?
Then
Does
I would
anyone
say
notice people don't do that?
It's
People don't do that
Turkish
anymore.
Cypriot,
I don't know if you
bro.
guys
Yeah.
noticed.
There's no one that I've said I'm Cypriot to that haven't asked me next question, are you Greek or Turkish? They
Then,
always,
what does it matter?
Wow.
It
then
matters a
Glez
lot.
over here, they
Yeah,
always
for
ask
you,
us.
for me, it doesn't.
Well, you can stick it to your own side, and we stick to our
Dax,
side.
yeah, I'm gonna stick
We-
it to my own
we-
side. I'm gonna
we-
try to influence other people to
Wait,
like
I'm
me,
not
because
trying to
Cyprus is
influence
an
other
island
people.
that is respected
I'm
of
not
everyone.
trying to turn Greek Cypriot to call themselves Turkish Cypriots.
I'm not
Right?
trying
This
to.
guy, he
I'm
says
not
he's
try-
Turkish Cypriot,
You know,
yet he's not willing to say he's Turkish Cypriot. What is it? Are you shy? Are you embarrassed?
why
What
would
is
I be
it?
shy, bro? I literally
Well, I
bro.
don't
Look,
understand.
let me show
If
you
you
something real
class
quick.
yourself a Turkish Cypriot, you should say I'm a Turkish Cypriot.
I went out today, yeah. I literally went out like just today. I put a Turkish flag on my car and I took a picture of it. I'm loud and proud to say I'm Turkish Cypriot, bro. It's
Yeah,
just
but
that.
you're not. You're saying you're
Listen.
Cypriot. You know
It
what is
doesn't matter.
Cypriot flag?
If someone asks me, right? If someone asks me where are you born, I'll say Cyprus. And if they ask me what's my ethnicity, like Turkish Cypriot or Greek, I'll say Turkish.
Bravo.
Hmm.
Easy.
You know what is a you know the Cyprus flag? Do you know what
Yes.
the Cyprus flag?
Yeah.
So if you're Cypriot, why don't you just put the Cyprus flag on?
What do you mean?
Why don't you put both?
That's a young man, bro. You don't need to be. Come on, Ken, man. The guy said that he's proud to be Turkish. He's proud Turkish Cypriot. We can't be derogatory to people that want to say they're Cypriot or if they want to say they're Greek or I don't care what you say you want to be. As long as Cypriot's in there somewhere, that's all that matters to me.
Bravo ρε Mike μου.
Yeah, that's
Come on,
fine.
Mike. Big up, Mike.
I'm Cypriot first. Then I'm Greek. We should be Cypriot Greek. That's the way I look at it. You know,
Exactly, bro.
and if we did become one country, you know, in 50, 60 years, maybe no one will say that they're
Turkish Cypriot.
You know, you don't get Swiss people saying, "Oh, I'm German Swiss" or "I'm Italian Swiss" or "I'm French Swiss." They don't say that, do they?
Yes, I would say I'm proud Cypriot, bro.
Bravo.
Okay.
It doesn't matter ethnicity. You're Cypriot.
Ray, when we have an ethnic identity that is equal, everyone is equal and not divide ourselves between Greeks, Turks, Armenians, Maronites, Russians, Palestinians, and we put Cyprus first, that's when the solution will come. That's my opinion, at least.
No, I agree with you there, Cypriot Donkey.
Agree with that.
What you're saying, we're not all equal.
We are equal.
No, we're equal, but we need to start saying that we're Cypriots first.
No, because
If
when you
we are
put
all
it,
equal, if we are all Cypriot, why the Turkish Cypriots are isolated?
What do you mean we're Brother, if I go to my country, yeah, I'm going in 2 days. I feel completely fine going to the Greek side and living there.
Good for you. Why is the Turkish Cypriots are isolated?
Because we had the war in 1974, Ken.
Exactly.
No.
I know all that.
You
But we
know,
are
my
all
friend.
equal. We are all
Hello.
equal, you guys are saying.
Guys,
Oh,
let's
we're
welcome D9. I don't know if he's been up before. DY9. I can't say your name. Mate.
Yeah, my name is Mehmet. Friend
Okay.
is
You
my
want to
law.
quickly
Saying-
introduce yourself because if you haven't been up
My
before, we
name
don't
is
know.
Mehmet. I'm Turkish Cypriot,
Which part of Cyprus?
North Cyprus.
No, which
Old Cyprus. I believe Cyprus is belong to us, you and me.
yes.
Which
correct.
village, my friend?
bravo.
Where is Cyprus?
1963, we joined government. Is that correct?
1960.
1960, yeah.
Kardeş sana sordu ki nerede doğdun yani ne bölgede
Ben
doğdun?
Limassol.
Limassol'da.
I'm born
He was born in
Limassol.
Limassol.
Where in Limassol? Sorry, I don't know the name.
Limassol,
Mehmet.
Geo Manufactory. Bira Manufactory opposite.
Keo?
Keoman.
By the old
By the
port.
sea.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Turkish.
Very nice.
What I'm saying, the guy, you know the Cyprus flag, you guys, they don't let us to use it because you make us to not recognize South Turkish. Is that correct?
North, not south.
North, yeah.
I don't think I understand.
When time
the question.
come,
Yeah,
when
Kala
time
didn't
come,
understand that.
Can
and
you translate?
Yeah, I can translate.
Sorry.
Kardeş sen bana söyle ben onlara söylerim.
yok abicim, o diyor ne kullanmayak onun bayrağını. 63'te attılar bizi hükümetten değil mi?
Oh, he's saying basically you guys kicked us out of the country's flag. But I don't agree with that.
Not from the country, from the government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the government.
It's the government.
There's an element of truth in that. We've done wrong. Listen, no Greek Cypriots going to sit on this panel. Greek Cypriots that come on these panels, we're very aware of what we've done wrong. So we're not stupid or something. You know, we can talk about it if you want.
What's your name? Day nine. No,
Mehmet, you said, no?
Mehmet.
Yeah.
Mehmet, where are you from?
Cyprus.
I know you said Turkish Cypriots, but which village? Where are you from?
Limassol. I'm born Limassol.
Yeah, do you speak English or just Turkish?
Yeah, not bad, my English.
So you live in Cyprus.
No, I live in London now.
So your English is not. I'm confused here. Can someone help me out? Your English is not very good.
No, I'm not talking to you Turkish, I'm talking English. I live in London.
So
He obviously moved from Cyprus to London, and I'm guessing, well, maybe it was a long time ago, maybe it wasn't, because even my dad, he struggled
maybe
to
like
learn
10
English.
years.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
he's been here for 30 years. He doesn't speak a word of English after.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't need to speak English because my whole customer is all Turkish. So
Yeah, that's how the
I
Greeks
don't
are
need
as
to
well.
All right, fair enough. I was a bit confused. Sorry. So sen Türkçen daha iyi, Kıbrısçeden İngilizceden daha iyidir.
Öyle bir şey. Çünkü çok şey etmedim, karışmadım İngilizce.
Oh, okay. I just asked him if his Turkish was better than his English, and he
He just
answered
said he was not like really involved with English.
he doesn't talk too much English in London. That's all. I
Yeah,
was
so
just a bit confused. That's all.
Mehmet, what do you want to see for Cyprus then? What kind of solution do you want?
Well, I want a solution, but what I can see, not now, maybe another 40 years.
We ain't got that much time, eh, Mehmet?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't got that much time, bro.
Yeah,
That's a 40 years. We ain't got that long.
If you're saying guarantor is gonna be abolishing and they're gonna recognize Kosovo, who involved to Kosovo? Yeah,
Mehmet,
when the
if
United
there was
Nations was
if
there,
there was a solution tomorrow, what sort of solution you like?
if we accept guarantor Turkey, tomorrow will be solution.
Yeah, I think we need to translate that.
He
No,
wants
we
to
understand.
accept Turkey.
Basically,
He sees Turkey as a guarantor, he means. Is that what he means, yeah?
If you live in guarantor there, you get solution next week.
Mehmet, why do you want Turkey as a guarantor, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I can say the young generation. So we don't
Why-
trust a second time.
Why do you need Turkish guarantees? Why do you need Turkish guarantees, my friend?
2004, if you accept the Annan plan, is gonna be left 700 army in Cyprus.
This is
correct?
hypothetical. This is hypothetical. This is
Yes.
hypothetical.
700.
Now, okay.
The
Now,
army-
in 2000, why do
Army
you
will
need
go out,
the
yeah.
guarantees? My friend, why do you need the guarantees today? Are you afraid that Greek Cypriots are going to do what?
Yes, they doing Israel together now. Yes.
What is this guy on, fam?
Yes,
Is there an army of Israel here in the south?
yes, there are.
There are? Where?
Yes,
don't
and
know.
there's
We
French,
don't know.
and there's Americans. They're based in
Where?
Paphos.
Where?
Paphos. What is it? Military airport.
No,
We
not
only have
even one
civilian airports.
Israeli soldier is here. Not
Probably there's
even one.
about 20,000 of them.
Okay. Ken.
Brother, I don't think you know that Israel bombed the south of South Cyprus, bro.
Hmm?
I think he's forgetting that Israel bombed South Cyprus.
When?
Oh, you mean the false flag bombing that they tried
Talking
to
about the
The
drone in
drone?
Akatiri, yeah?
Yeah, they can't do
South
that.
Cyprus. He
Well,
bombed
they're
the
saying it
British
definitely
bases.
wasn't Iran. It was either Lebanon or it was Israel.
Was it drone?
Yeah.
It was said that it was from Lebanon, but we can't be sure.
Yeah, they think it was from Lebanon, Hezbollah, but there's no.
Hezbollah, but nobody confirmed it.
Can I ask a question to my Turkish Cypriot?
Simon,
Nasıl
χαίρομαι να σε
brother?
δούμε, φίλε. Τι κάνεις,
We
how
are
are you?
I'm busy making a lot of money. Leave me.
Okay.
Welcome, Reza.
Do you need a partner?
Δώσ' μας λία, ρε Σάιμον.
A cashier.
I've got a
Έλα,
question.
Simon.
I've got a question for my Turkish Cypriot friends and compatriots and co-citizens
Yes, broski.
with whom I want to live together as we used to do before. Do they honestly believe that if the Turkish army leaves Cyprus, there is going to be a war, that Turkish Cypriots are going to be threatened, Turkish Cypriots are going to be killed, and that in a European Cyprus, not in 1955 or 1948 or 1974 or before, in 2026, will a nose of a single Turkish Cypriot bleed if a Turkish army leaves Cyprus? I'll answer the question first, and then I give the floor to you.
Okay,
I don't
listen,
think so,
listen.
because we already have thousands of Turkish Cypriots. I've got neighbors, several neighbors with whom I live now.
Brother,
You walk in the streets, you would not a single case of either swearing or violence or anything like that happens in this side, in the Republic of Cyprus, not in the north.
listen. I
Can I
got
answer your question?
This is guys. We have to get real, right?
no. I got
2026,
I got a perfect answer for that.
2026 we are. What
You
you're
asked the
talking
question,
about?
you want an answer or not?
What
Brother,
you
can I
keep
answer?
bringing? We
Go on,
can.
let's let the young man
Let
go
me
first.
finish.
Go on, young man.
What
Go on.
happened? What
I,
happened
okay.
70 years ago or 60 years ago? And
Can
a
you
lot.
let someone answer your question? You asked the
I'll
question.
complete it. Do you honestly believe that we can
I
go
can't even
back?
speak, bro.
I mean, it's like saying that I must come now and say the following that
Okay, let me
because
answer you. Let me answer you.
no, just 10 seconds of your time, 10 seconds, no more. It's just like me coming and saying that I should not talk to a single Turkish Cypriot because all Turkish Cypriots are barbarians, because they kicked us out of my homeland in Adala, and 1.5 million people were killed. I don't
Brother, can
say
I
that.
answer your thing?
Of course.
Alright, if you want to be one big country, yeah, it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. You're Cypriot, and it will be a Cypriot army. It will be one big country called Cyprus for a reason. It doesn't matter your ethnicity, yeah. It will be called It will be called Republic of Cyprus, and it will be have a Cypriot army. It doesn't matter. It's not Turkish Cypriot army or Greek Cypriot army.
That's the country I dream about.
It's gonna be one big land. It's gonna have it's gonna be have a Cypriot army. It's not Greek Cypriot. It's not Turkish Cypriot. It's gonna be one big country. That's what it's gonna be.
Sounds very politically very sexy to me. Yeah. I like it. I like what I hear.
It doesn't matter what country you're from. It's still people. It's called people for a reason.
Of course. I agree. Why are we arguing about something?
And who'll be running this country?
Simon. You got other
Who'll be
tenants.
running this beautiful country?
Sorry?
Cypriots.
Huh?
Cypriots.
Which Cypriots?
All of Cypriots.
You know, you got two different people on the.
Brother, I said this
Okay,
multiple
we have
times.
more than two.
It doesn't matter
you don't have
what
a
type of Cypriot you are. You're Cypriot.
Bravo.
If a
You
Ukrainian
know, there's two different Cypriots on the
There
land.
are not two, there are more than two.
What do you mean? There's more than two.
And I find it totally being wrong for people to come and say that I find it
Simon,
totally wrong.
some people don't know, eh? You tell
It's
us,
okay.
tell us,
There are
tell us
Armenians, there
about.
are Latins, there are Maronites. Cyprus has got a lot of ethnicities, and it's a multicultural country with a European outlook, and it's totally different than what it was 70 years ago.
Listen, Simon.
You guys got it in for Turkish
can we just stop
Cypriots,
for 1
innit?
second?
You just want to
Sorry,
get
guys,
rid of
I
us.
hate to interrupt.
Any way, any shape, any form, whatever you want to do.
Can we
I
just
don't
Whatever
wanna-
you want to
address the
do.
Simon.
If you
Simon,
guys are
listen.
so, if you guys are
I
so,
don't-
you
I don't
don't
want to get
you
rid
don't
of
want to do
any
nothing to
Turkish
Turkish
Cypriot.
Cypriots.
Why do
You
I?
love Turkish
I
Cypriots,
lived.
yet you isolate them.
I lived with Turkish.
Can you tell me
Cypriots,
why
and
you're
that's what I
isolating
want. I
Turkish
want to
Cypriots?
continue living with Turkish Cypriots all my life.
You're not living with
This is
Turkish
Cyprus.
Cypriots. You're living on the Greek side. Okay, you're not living with Turkish Cypriots.
Guys,
Yes,
can we
let me answer that to you. Let
I'm
me
Israel
answer
Chai.
that. Please do
dress
not.
this geezer below me
Please,
first.
Look, we're not going to pull the wool over our
We'll bring
eyes.
Simon again.
please,
Simon
We
one
have a
again.
second,
ball
guys. One
yesterday.
second, guys. One second. We'll bring
please
BB
do
in
not
1 minute.
interrupt me.
Let Simon finish, and then we'll bring in
Please
BB.
do
Yeah.
not interrupt me.
Simon
Please
won't finish.
do not
He's off on
interrupt
one.
me. There is a very specific reason that I'm living in the South or Republic of Cyprus or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it.
there is a specific reason because you hate Turks. Come up with it.
That
You don't
is,
be shy. Just tell the truth.
Ken, That is stupid what you just said.
Yeah? Why are you
Yeah.
isolating Turkish Cypriots then? Can you
I hate Turkish
enlighten
Cypriots.
me?
You're full of shit to think that.
Bro,
So,
relax,
Ah,
man.
guys,
so the
one minute.
Turkish Cypriots are
You're
not
full of
Let's do this
shit
in
isolated.
a second.
to
We
think
could do
that.
a whole
But the
hour.
Turks caused
Okay.
the Armenian genocide.
All right. No, it's got nothing to do.
What?
What do the Turkish Cypriots have anything to do with the Armenian genocide? Get your history right, man. Get real. Come on.
Andrezon,
You're
we've
gonna let me express my view for 1 minute, and then I promise you I'll shut up. The reason why.
Yeah, Simon, you've been doing that for a while now, man.
got business left brother.
Come on, guys. I haven't been here for three,
But
4
we got
months.
scientists
I've
next to
been
you,
busy.
everybody. We're
Let
trying to
me
do with
express my
trial.
view.
Go on.
Let me express my view. The reason why we live on this side is because in 1963, a terrorist organization like TMT delivered envelopes with bullets to the Armenian community living in Nicosia. We were living. Wait, don't. Soft, can you please mute everybody so that I can finish? All I wanted was 1 minute.
Why would you mute everybody, bro?
Have
You're
your
speaking.
propaganda, innit?
One
No, no, it's
fucking
cool.
minute.
You
Simon,
love
speak,
Can we do
speak.
Turkish
that?
Simon,
Cypriots.
speak.
Can
Let
we do
Simon
that?
let Simon speak. Go on, Simon, speak. We're
All right.
we're listening. Go for it, mate.
So we were living with Turkish Cypriots. The refugees who came from Adana and Zilifke and the Tarsus Mountain and eastern Turkey, the refugees, they lived for 50 years in a harmonious way with the Turkish Cypriots. And we were thrown up with a bunch of fascist TMT terrorists who threw us out of our neighborhood, for which we received absolutely no compensation. Nothing from anyone, not from the Turks, not from the Turkish Cypriots, not from the Cyprus government. And we all had to start all over again. 90% of the Armenian Cypriots living in Cyprus were thrown out for the second and the third time out of their neighborhood. And why
They were
do
thrown
I
out
say this?
out of
Why do I say this?
Adana,
Why
and then
you
again.
don't mention why
Hey,
don't you say that you were spying for Greek
please let me
Cypriots,
finish.
causing
Let me
Turkish
finish.
Cypriots
Why
to
do
be
I say
unalived?
that? I say that because despite all that, I cannot bring my war to 2026.
You are doing
In
it now.
2000, I cannot
You
bring
are
my
doing it
story
now.
to 2026.
Come on, say one
Allow
good
me
thing
to
about
finish.
Turkish Cypriots.
Allow me to
Let's hear
finish.
you
I don't
saying
hate
one
the
good
Turkish
thing about
Cypriots.
Turkish Cypriots.
I don't hate the Turkish Cypriots.
You do.
No.
It comes
No.
through.
Wait, Simon.
I
You
do
just
not.
said
Guys, we're
I
going
do
off
not
apparently we
hate the
pushed you out
Turkish
your country.
Cypriots. It's a childish political language to say that. I cannot bring my own flag. I cannot bring my own
Just say one good
history.
thing about
If
Turkish
we're going to
Cypriots.
build a country
One good
for the
thing
future
about
that is
Turkish
going to be the
Cypriots.
home for
You go
all
first, Ken.
Cypriots, we
Say
cannot
something
do
good
that.
about Greek
We
Cypriots.
cannot do that. That's all. I've got nothing else to say. Thank you for listening to me.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Can we say one good thing about Greek Cypriots?
They're good people, they're clever people, but they hate Turks. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
Simple as
say
that.
something about
Bada.
they're
Wait,
good people,
Come
the
on,
Greek
let's
Cypriots.
let's go
They're
to
clever.
Netanyahu. We'll come back
They're
to
clever
this.
people, and they hate
Take
Greek
5.
Cypriots.
Ken, you know,
Yeah.
I
Netanyahu.
went to the south side.
There is-
I went to the south side, yeah. I went to the south side. And I can guarantee everywhere I went there, I had a Turkish Cypriot flag on my car. Everyone there absolutely was nice to me. They actually gave me a discount everywhere I went. There was you know how many nice
Talking
people there
rubbish.
was?
You haven't been to Cyprus yet. You said 2 days' time you're going to Cyprus.
He's already
Brother,
been,
I was
bro.
born
It's the
there.
first time he's going.
I was born there, bro.
Bear. Boys, can we take 5 minutes to address this Netanyahu wannabe below us? What's with the picture, brother? What is this? What have you come to say?
I think it's a troll account, you know.
Yeah, he's got
Israel and
the
Cyprus,
he's got the
brotherhood.
Albanian flag behind. He's not a wannabe, bro.
If you ain't got nothing to say, you're going to get kicked off because people find that picture offensive.
Why? Why is it offensive, bro?
There's
I
an
think there's
Israeli
multiple
brotherhood.
reasons for that. I can't lie.
No, bro. No, you don't like it. Don't
because
look
he's
at
a war
it. Yeah,
criminal.
don't be racist and don't be bullies, bro. You can't do that. I'm
Brother,
gonna
I'm
talk
not
now.
racist. It's just
no,
what
you
they
don't do that. No,
listen.
you don't do
I don't
that.
hate the people.
When
I don't
I'm
hate.
on the live, you don't do that to nobody. Everyone's
Broski,
got a
listen,
right to
listen.
do
Before
what
you
they
get
want.
rude,
I
yeah.
did
Before
it.
you get
Sav,
rude,
I'll tell
I
you
did.
straight up, I don't like
I
that.
don't care, bruv. You don't do shit
Broski, I
like that.
don't hate the people.
Not
I
when
hate
I'm
the
on the
government.
live. You don't do
I
shit
don't
like
hate the
that. That
people.
means
I
you're a
hate the
racist
government.
and you're a bully, man. So I don't belong here. See you later.
Broski,
I did.
I don't hate the people. I hate the government. What they do to people.
Listen, man. I know a lot of good Jewish people from Stamford Hill, Golders Green. I do not in any way condone anything that Netanyahu does.
Mike, I have 36 Jewish friends, bro.
36 Jewish friends. Anything else? Jesus Christ.
So is this a crime? I am wondering if we are cannibals and nobody is entitled to feel and speak as he wants. This is racism. I want to give my respect to the young man on the panel. I think it is the first time I'm listening to him. And these people are the hope for our island, our common island. And I give you my respect. And I would like to tell you that there are many, many Greek Cypriots that consider Turkish Cypriots as their compatriots. And there are some certain people that doesn't want this information to go through because it serves their agenda.
George, with due respect, sir, you're living in basically Cloud Cuckooland, and I'm not trying to be rude towards you.
You are already are. You are
Yeah.
already are.
Okay.
You are already are.
You're saying our future is Turkish young people. Young people in Cyprus, Turkish Cypriot young people, they're not going to the south. They only go to south to get a passport to F off to Western countries, not stay in the south.
Brother.
They're more
listen,
going.
listen.
Can you wait just 1 second?
Yeah, go on, bro.
Most young people, Turkish young people, because you're isolation, they're going towards Turkey. They speak like Turkish people from Turkey today. We having umpteen arguments about this. They listen to Turkish songs from Turkey. They watch Turkish films, Turkish series. Everything is Turkish. They're aiming towards Turkey. Now the Turkey is $90 trillion industry. They got good jobs in Istanbul. They go moving towards Istanbul, Izmir, Ankara, right? Some of them, they're going into politics in Turkey because they can. And if you think they're going to turn towards Greek Cypriots, million population with hardly any economy apart from tourism, you think again. You isolated them. You push them away. That's the reality. If you can't see that, it's nothing
This
I
is
can
your
say
reality,
to you.
Ken. This is your reality. The reality
It's not my
is
reality.
okay.
I got two
Okay.
cousins. They work in Istanbul. I got a
Yes.
friend. He's in Istanbul. He wants me to go there because his son is working for this company, earning mega bucks.
Okay.
And
Can
you're
I-
waiting for them to come to Greek
Yeah, but
side
Ken,
and
1
to
minute.
do what
Ken,
exactly?
are you
Work
acting like
as a
there's no
cleaner.
Turkish Cypriot? Are you acting like there's no Turkish Cypriots living and working on the ROC? There's
So
thousands.
there is Turkish Cypriot. Where are they working? They're working on the building trade mainly.
Brother, no.
When I went to the hotel last
And
time,
we're talking about young people. Young people, they just go to Ayanapa and they go to the mall to drink coffee or frappe, whatever it is.
Bro, what
right?
are you
That's about
genuinely
it.
on, fam?
That's about it.
I know so many Turkish Cypriots who work in so many respectable companies like KPMG and other big four companies here. Why are you?
Well, how many?
doing
4,
the work they're doing?
5, 3? How many, Simon? How
I
many?
know at least 10.
There is about 1,500 Turkish Cypriot crosses to Greek side every day to do work. Out of 1,500, how many of them work in these big companies? Mostly they're in the building trade.
Some of them live
Turkish
here.
Cypriots don't do cleaning jobs, not even the Turkish side. You think
That's
they're going to
not
go and do it on
true,
the Greek
Ken.
side?
They work here, man. They live here, man. They don't cross. Maybe 1,500 people cross, but there are people who are living here. I've got Turkish
Just for them,
Cypriot
there's another 1,000 people
neighbors.
live there because they don't like being isolated.
Wait, Ken, I want to cut you off there.
North side.
You know how you said that Turks are not allowed into the south of Cyprus.
Yeah, Turks not allowed southern Cyprus.
You do. My dad had a house in the northern and the south bit, and we were completely fine. You know how you
Hold
have a
on a
normal
minute. Your
life in a
dad is
different.
Turkish
No, no,
from
no.
Turkey.
Listen.
No, you
No,
explain to me, what is your dad? Turkish from Turkey?
he's from Northern Cyprus. He was born there.
Well, he's allowed, but your mum from Turkey, yes?
No,
Mum's
they're
Cypriot.
both from Northern Cyprus, broski.
Oh, they're both northern Cyprus. That's fine. They're both allowed.
Also,
Okay.
you're saying Turkish people, like real Turkish people, is not allowed into Greek
From
side.
Turkey,
That's
they're not
that's not
allowed.
even true, guys. Can I
That's
say
not
something?
true, bro.
Let Simon
Where'd
That's
you
not
get your
finish.
information?
true.
Oh, God, you
That's
guys
not
are living
true.
in Clark Kukulan.
No, Kuku Muku. I'm in the Airbnb business. Do you know how many Turks I have as guests who come and stay with me from Ankara, from Istanbul, from Turkey?
Only
They
way
come.
they can come and stay with you, Simon, if they go
Yes.
to Greece and fly towards. There is no direct flights from Ankara or anywhere from Turkey to Greek side. There is
Yes,
none.
of course. Because
Yeah.
because
So
because
they have to
Turkey.
go to Greece and come
I know
to.
because Turkey doesn't recognize the Republic of Cyprus. That's why.
Okay, so they have to go to Greece and
Let
then
them go to Greece. Okay.
go to Cyprus.
They
That
can come.
way, you're right. But if they go to northern Cyprus, they're not allowed to cross the border.
Yes, because they have to come because of the political situation as it stands now, with
Yeah.
all its abnormalities, which we need to get rid of. If we get rid of them, they'll be able to come and travel freely.
If we get rid of them. Meanwhile, it's 52 years past.
They're okay.
Yeah, well, it's
All
not
right.
okay. It's okay to you, but it's not
It's
okay
not
to
okay.
us.
Why? How did you come to the conclusion that that I'm okay with this situation?
Well, that you just said it. You said it's okay.
No, I didn't say it in the sense that it's okay and acceptable. Okay, that's how it is. That's what I meant. Not okay, I accept it. I understand the situation. We all understand the situation. Don't we
If you did
understand
understand the situation, you wouldn't come here and say all that, what you said earlier on. We're going to unalive you and we're going to do. If you're so
I
in love
didn't.
with us, if you're
I
so
didn't say.
secure, why you are not
Man,
allowed the Turkish
did
Cypriot?
I
This
go
is
to
not
the
the
north?
government I'm talking
Man,
about. The Turkish Cypriots,
I
individual
do
people.
travel. I go to the north several times a year. Several times. I have friends. I go there and visit them. I go and see them. I go and I have friends. I have business people I work with. What are you talking about? But the situation is what it is, and it
No,
is an
you tell me what you're
abnormal
talking
one.
about. You go and see your friends,
Yeah.
and what exactly? They tell you how everything is hunky dory.
No, is everything hunky dory here? Do we have a solution? We don't. How can it be hunky dory?
So what is your
I'm
point?
telling you
You
that it
got
is an
friends. You
abnormal
go to
situation.
North Cyprus and you see them. Good for you. So what is the point you're trying to make?
I'm not trying to make a point. I'm stating the obvious that we live in an abnormality. That's all.
So it's
And it
abnormal for
needs to
you to go and see
change.
your friends on the north. I don't
No, this is
understand.
how it is.
I'm confused.
Listen, man, I've inherited this situation. I've got an opinion about it. And my opinion about it is that it is an abnormality which needs to change. It's as simple as that.
Well,
Do you consider what we have?
let's start by stop isolating Turkish Cypriot.
That's it. That goes with the package deal of a solution of the Cyprus problem. It doesn't
No, it
go on its own.
doesn't. It
Of course
doesn't.
it does. Of
Well,
course it
then
does.
everything else you say goes with the
Wait,
package
Ken.
with the solution.
Can you tell me a
It
few reasons
goes.
why? Can you tell me a few reasons why Turks cannot get into the south or not Cyprus?
Which Turks?
Like mainly Turks, not Turkish Cypriots, but Turks.
Mainland Turks, they won't accept them as a legal entity in Cyprus. Anyone comes through.
Can't we spin this argument and go, the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus want their Greek Cypriots have their land back? We could keep going back and forth for days. We can't throw stones when we live in a glass house. Both sides.
It's not the Turkish Cypriots. It keeps saying that we should be one, we should live together,
Well,
and we want two-state solution. That's the
I don't know where you're
difference.
getting that from.
You wanted, Ken, I respect your opinion about wanting a two-state solution, and there are arguments about it, but I don't, and I believe the majority of the people don't want a two-state solution.
No, you see, that's the difference. I don't say we majority of people wants two-state solution.
Why
I
did they
want
vote for
two-state.
Erdogan
You
instead of
can't
us?
speak for the majority of the
Ken,
people
why did
because
they
you
vote
don't
in
know what.
Erdogan?
Have you done
I'm
a
not talking.
referendum to see who
Why
wants?
did they vote in Erdogan? Why did they vote in Erdogan? Why did the Turkish Cypriots vote yesterday on Unplan?
Because they want a solution. They're
So then
fed
what's
up with it.
changed? What's
They're
changed?
fed up with it. And you listen to what Erdogan is saying, or you just brushing it off.
Yeah, but when he
Can I just
Erdogan,
ask? Why should we give up land to make a deal? Why do we have to sacrifice more land?
How do you mean sacrifice land?
Why are we giving away something we've had for 52 years?
Are you talking about if we go to a BBF and they're going to give another 6 or 7%?
No, like we're saying, why do we have to give up something to make a deal? Why can't we come up with the deal that already? Listen, don't buy in. Let me finish. Why can't we make a deal around what's already
Because I'll tell
in
you why.
partial sides, right?
My view, the story of Cyprus is the refugees who lost their
Bro,
land.
let me finish first, and then you
That's the
guys
story
can
of
land your
Cyprus, though, brother.
Sorry.
People lost refugees who lost their land on both
Well,
sides.
if you let me finish, and then
Alright.
obviously, what I'm saying is, right, for 52
calm down,
years,
yeah?
right, nobody's already had this land on either side, right? Turks have lost land on the south, you guys have lost land on the north, but it's been divided for 52 years. So why can't we make a deal around this and compensate one another financially? Why do we have to give up land?
That's the
You know
plan.
what I'm thinking of, bro? Wait.
1 minute.
I'm
Can I just
thinking
quickly go over this 1 second, brother?
Yeah,
The
go on.
plan is with the returning of the land. If someone has got a right to return to the land and it's not been built on, or there's no one living there, they'll get the land back. If they don't have the right to return the land, they're going to get compensated. This is the framework of the solution of Cyprus. We're not saying people are going to get kicked out of their homes. That's not what they're saying. They're saying if you can't go back, you're going to get compensated. But if your land's available and you can go back,
Well, Michael, like they're saying now, we have to give up. We have to give up like Varosha, Morpho. Why do we have to give up anything?
That's the other part of it. No, the other part of the deal that was proposed. So you guys control 36% at the moment. In Crans Montana, what they proposed is that was going to go down to about 29%, and then the Greeks were going to. But with Varosha, they was going to do it like a mixed. It wasn't going to be one side or the other. But yeah, but the
Michael, let me explain something to you. In 1960, when the Republic of Cyprus formed, when we signed the agreement, Turkish Cypriot land mass in Cyprus was 32.8%.
This is not true, Ken.
That
Ken,
is
this
correct.
not-
You check your facts,
It
George.
was
I don't know where you get
12%.
No,
12%.
that's not correct.
Check it.
That's not
Everyone
correct.
mass,
can
not
check it on
population.
Google. 12%.
No, George. He's not talking about population. He's talking about the land mass.
I'm talking about land. Population was 18.
You
I'm talking
need to
about
check
land.
it a bit better.
Sorry,
You need to
I
check it a
checked
bit better, George.
many times.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
mean
need to
more.
do it again. Put your glasses on this time.
Ken,
Again,
that's
Land mass was
disrespectful, man.
32.8%.
You are an old man, but you can't
Yeah, what are
behave
we talking about
politely.
tonight? Soft,
I
maybe
don't
there's
need
everybody.
glass.
Yo,
What's the
Ken,
problem?
Anyway.
I can't lie, yeah.
Open,
I know
bro,
you're
it's open.
Turkish Cypriot.
Can
Yo,
someone
Ken,
check it? Can someone check it on Google it?
I can't lie, as a Turkish Cypriot, yeah, you're letting me down, bro. I feel like you're not representing my country properly, fam.
What do you mean by that?
Go on, explain to us.
Bro,
What do you mean by that?
You're saying, yeah, mainland Turkey has no access to south parts. You're saying that apparently no one should, you're saying that people don't have access to homes.
Bro, mainland Turkey
bro?
doesn't
What
have
are you
access
talking
to
about?
south because mainland Turkey does not recognize the ROC. That's why they won't fly there.
Yeah, that's it.
I
see
don't
what
really
I
know
mean?
about politics and stuff, but I feel like we should just all be a friend and be one big country, bro.
Bro,
Guys,
you know the logic behind all this, like extending all this past history, is to unalive the older generation to forget about this and get the new generation with the new view that you have. Give up stuff to them that we already have.
But there are people in the old generation who think they are very forward thinking. I would like to think that I'm one of them. I'm 67
I'm
years
one
old.
of them. I am all up. I am not against a deal, right? I am
Yeah.
not. I want a solution on this island,
Yeah.
but why does it have to involve giving up land? Is my argument.
Okay.
What solution do you want, Kara?
1 minute.
What
we're talking
solution
about
do you want? Tell us.
Well,
Kara, are we talking?
your biggest threat, like on the island for a deal, is the withdrawal of Turkish troops, right? That will never happen.
Why?
Reducing it, yeah,
Why?
maybe. Reducing the number of the military, maybe, but getting them rid of it completely is not going to happen.
Guarantees?
Kara,
How about guarantees?
Guarantees.
Do you mean that Turkish guarantees or Greece guarantees should remain?
What, your guarantor powers, you mean?
Yes, yes, to stay as guarantor powers.
and the UK.
Bro, like on top
Because-
of this, right? I've been on many lives with most of you here, right? That was against having, I don't know, Turkey as a guarantor power, getting Greece as a guarantor power, the British, and now on top of that, you guys dragging in the EU as well. What is this 5+1 fucking solution?
It's a
What are you talking
continuation
about?
of.
So,
We are
so
out of
the
fun.
ROC is dragging more people into
It's a-
this. What's going to be
Come on,
next?
this is-
5+2, bring America into
This
it.
this is a continuation of Grand Montana, isn't it?
Okay, 5+1 is the negotiation table between the two communities and the three guarantees.
Guarantor power.
George,
powers.
George, why do
EU
we
is not
need
involved in it.
EU?
Including
Why do we
Turkey,
need
it's the
EU,
UN.
Turkey, or
It's the
Greece
UN, Kara.
to
It's
make
not
a
the
deal?
EU. The EU aren't involved. It's the UN.
EU is not involved. Where do you get this information from, guys?
It's United Nation, EU. It's the same shit, basically. Because
What?
all I hear in the comments, right, for the last few days in the lives is the I get like the GCs are saying we're getting supported by the EU towards this 5+1.
Who said that?
They are-
I haven't heard that.
they-
Bro,
there
I
is
hear
an
it from a
EU
lot of GCs on the lives.
Go ahead,
It's
George.
there is an EU
envoy. It's an
There
envoy.
is an EU representative that he will be in the side, but he doesn't have an essential role to the negotiations. And
It's
why does it
5+1.
bother you?
That's right.
Why does it bother you so much?
What
EU
does bother-
will be our common
It doesn't
house.
bother me, George. It doesn't bother me. I'm just trying to
So?
understand why more people are getting involved in a solution
They are not-
that has
they
to
are
only
not getting
happen
involved.
between TCs and the GCs.
Always EU will be in the side at least because we are an EU country. That's why, my friend.
Well, what can you say that? Well, Turkey will always be involved too. Then, well, how's this going to work?
What
But
do you mean
Turkey is
involved?
one of the
Turkey-
5+1.
It is already. What do
It's
you
already
mean?
there.
This is
In
going
the
backwards and
process.
forward all the time. This is my argument. The deal can only be made, right? In my opinion, this is my personal opinion. I don't speak for everybody else, right? The deal should be done by the GCs, the ROC, and the TRNC, and say, look, we've spoken, we've agreed, these are the terms, and this is what we want to do, and put up a plan. We seem to be having a plan from what the other people want, what the GCs want, what Turkey's want, what Greece wants, what Britain wants, now what the EU and the United Nations want.
No. You got it wrong.
I
For
don't think I've got it
example-
wrong. I think you guys
Okay.
are confused a lot.
Thank you. For example, just be polite. For example, what Greece wants. Just what are the preconditions that Greece demand? For example, Turkey says we will never accept zero troops, zero guarantees. What does Greece demand? Tell me. Can you tell me? What EU
Well, from-
demands?
George,
Greece
What
demand
EU
you know-
No, answer me, my friend. Answer me. What EU demands? EU demands some a framework with human rights, but it is not in the negotiation table.
George, EU has no place to talk about human rights when they've been letting what's been happening down in Gaza. I'm
What do
sorry.
you mean it's not for them to do anything, Kara? What's the EU's not an army?
You can't talk about no human rights to
The
me when
EU's
it's
not an
picking and
army. And by the
choosing.
way, most of the EU countries have opposed what's going on in Gaza. Right? They're
course.
not-
But they haven't done anything about it, bro.
Yeah, opposing one thing, doing
And
think something
what
is
did
another.
Turkey do, Regara? What did Turkey do?
About what?
Whatever they
What's
can.
Turkey done about it? Yeah, what have they done?
Whatever they
what
can.
did Turkey do more than EU?
Yeah.
Just
They
getting.
secured Syria. They stopped Israel flying treaties to Iran. A lot more than what Republic of Cyprus done.
Okay. Anyway, because I don't like this kind of discussions, I will.
Yeah,
I
because
will.
you don't like it, you want to tell us everything, but not listen to nothing.
Of course, I listen to you, and I would always.
Don't be softy, George. Come up
Okay.
here. Don't.
I'm
You're
too
very
softy for
touchy
you, my
person.
friend.
No
I'm
one's
too
going to
softy
walk
for you.
around eggshells just because
Okay,
you're what you
okay,
are.
okay.
Ken, we're
My
listening
great
to you, man.
respect
Why
to
do
the
you?
young
Why do you?
Turkish Cypriot above. My friend, you are the future of this island.
Thank
You are
you, bro.
a true Cypriot. I give you my respect. And
I give you respect too.
I believe,
Wishful thinking.
there are many Turkish and Greek Cypriots like you, and very few very few like others. Teşekkür ederim kardeşim.
I will say this, guys. Most of the Turkish Cypriots I know, and I've got Turkish Cypriots in my family and very close friends, they speak like Umit. They don't speak how you. Not saying that you guys aren't the majority, but the majority of Turkish Cypriots I've met in real life, whether they're lying to me or not, I don't know. But they speak to me how Umit. It's Umit, isn't it?
Usually,
Yeah.
those people from England.
No, man. I've got
Michael.
man. I know
Yes,
Turkish Cypriots
the
from
Turkish
Cyprus as well.
Cypriot youngsters, they're not turning into South. There's nothing in South for them apart from Ayanapa and Adamo. That's
There's
it.
What do you think there? What do you think
brother,
there is?
brother, I got family members over there. What do you mean there's nothing for us? I can guarantee you every single Turkish Cypriot has a family member in the south bit.
I
Yeah,
know I've got family members in the south.
maybe. What's for young Turkish Cypriots in the South? Enlighten me so I know.
A
you know,
European country with
it's
prospects.
They can't get a
There's nothing
government
for
job.
the Greeks either. Why
No
do you
one
think
will
they'll come to
employ
London?
them as a government job. They can't get a big industry. You've got to be very lucky
Okay,
or
Ken,
very
can a Greek
educated or
Cypriot get
very
a Turkish
clever.
Cypriot government job? Ken, can a Greek
Yeah.
Cypriot get a Turkish Cypriot government job?
Well, we're not talking about Greek Cypriots. We're talking about Turkish
so
Cypriots.
so
we're
what
just doing
happened?
one
What
way,
happened,
not the
bro?
other.
Well, you
man.
can't have an argument the way you're going,
Yo, Ken, what happened,
Michael.
bro? What you
Ken,
change all the
what you're
stuff? What
saying
happened,
is
bro?
hypocritical, man. It's
What do you mean what happened?
hypocrisy.
We're talking about Turkish Cypriots. You guys are relying on young Turkish Cypriots. I'm trying to point out to you, young Turkish Cypriots turning towards Turkey. Wake up, right? You isolated them for 50 years.
on the older generation who knows what it was
You
like.
isolated them for 50 years, and you're waiting for them to come to you with open arms. Come on, you guys are a joke.
Ken, you very well know that this was not a deliberate campaign. It was the result of what happened in 74. You keep
Whatever it
telling me
was,
and
whatever it
talking
was.
about. Let me finish, Rebecca. You very well know that on the international scene, the TRNC is not recognized and will not be recognized because it is a product of violence and occupation. This is how the world sees it. And as a result of this, it is the Turkish Cypriots that cannot have the opportunities and they come to Cyprus or they go to Turkey to find a better future. You know this.
There's
Don't
nothing
say we
wrong.
made a. I mean, I didn't
There's
make
nothing
any.
wrong with going to Turkey, find a better future,
I
and it's
didn't.
better than
I didn't.
Republic of Cyprus
I
or
wish
the
I
South
could go.
Cyprus.
Yeah, I wish I
Better
could
than
go.
South Cyprus or Northern Cyprus. You basically isolated them for 50 years. Can you tell me what all that you said because of the isolation, the violent and all that, 14-year-old can't play football. What's that got to do with anything?
It's part of the same political
I see. Okay.
parameter.
Yeah. Just isolate us and then tell us we love you.
Okay,
That's
listen.
very good.
I'm
Very,
giving
very
you.
good.
I've given this example once again. I will
You
give it
can give
again.
us 100 example. It's just
No,
the example.
example.
Reality is we are isolated.
Can I give an example which is similar? I'm not saying it's the same. It's different, but it is similar. Nagorno-Karabakh is recognized as part of Azerbaijan. In 1990, Armenians, in their own words, liberated, in Azerbaijani words, conquered this area. And because it was internationally recognized, because Stalin 100 years ago gave it to the Azerbaijanis and created the Azerbaijani nation, okay, under international law, it belongs to them. Do you know the circumstances under which in the last 30 years, before all the ethnically all the Armenians living in Nagorno-Karabakh for the past 3,000 years, what type of life they were living? Much worse than that of the Turkish Cypriots. Why? Because the international community saw it as a product of invasion and occupation under international law, which is the same thing, that the TRNC is. It's a similar
It's not the same
status.
thing.
Okay, it's not the same.
Let him say what he's going to say. He's singing a song.
And
that we
now-
don't
and
know.
now-
I'm only going
and
by
now-
what he said. But
Well, let him- let him-
I'll
let him-
answer you when you finish, Simon.
Yeah.
Yes,
let him,
and
let him
now,
go.
and now, and now, and now, the final nail in the coffin, literally and theoretically. All these people who were living there for 3,000 years were thrown out of their ancestral and the indigenous people were thrown out. Okay, but that's got nothing to do with my argument. My argument
So
is that
basically, you're saying it will take us maybe about 3,000 years. Eventually, they'll throw us out.
no, did I say that really? Come on,
Well,
guys.
that's what
I'm
you're
giving an
implying, you know?
example.
I don't
of it.
understand what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that if the international community does not recognize an entity, it is difficult to say that it's not going to recognize it, so we are going to go on living as we do, and we can blame anyone
Now,
else for this.
you gave an
No.
example. Let me give you an example.
Sure.
Okay, if you take Taiwan, it's not recognized by international community, but they trade, they fly, they do everything that a normal country does.
Okay. All
right? So because they're civilized, right? Now you isolating us and you giving us an excuse, this and that, the other, and at the same time telling us that get rid of this and get rid of that and get rid of the other.
What
It's not
get
going to
rid of
happen.
what? Get rid
Can
of what?
I just answer your thing there, Simon?
Sure.
Yes,
sure.
I hear your point about the Karabakh thing. 32 years of occupation, now it's been given back to Azerbaijan. You said there was far worse in now Cyprus. Well, you said it was a lot worse there with people unaliving and stuff. Since Turkey's intervention, there's not been any unaliving. So how can it be the same?
Since Turkish, well, okay, only about 20 minutes ago, you were talking about the positive action of Turkey in Syria and different areas and blah, blah.
Okay.
Turkey's involvement in the Nagorno-Karabakh war in 2020 is documented. Okay? All right, it's documented.
By the way, it's by supplying arms, yeah?
The result was the unaliving of thousands of Armenians and the displacement of 120,000 Armenians from Nagorno-Karabakh who left their ancestral lands and became refugees. If you think that this is a peaceful action and a positive action, I end any type of conversation with you guys.
No, Simon,
Yeah?
like you finished, right? The intervention with the Karabakh thing happened, right? But I know for a fact, and these are documented, the Azerbaijan government had said those who would wish to stay under our rule are welcome to stay and continue as they please. Yes?
That is, yes.
Yes? Did they say that? So nobody pushed them out. They chose to leave if they left.
Yeah. Do you know that they were
No, it only works one way, Kara.
Come on, man.
Let's not,
this is about Cyprus.
No one else
I mean, I'd like to talk about what really happened because I was following it every day.
Yeah, me too.
But this is a Cyprus panel, and I don't want to monopolize it. I was just bringing an example. We could talk about this forever.
Now you don't want to talk about it.
I do want to talk about it. I just don't want to turn this Cypriot TikTok page into one with Karabakh. I can talk about it for as long as you like.
Right. What would everybody else's alternative be to a solution then, if Turkey disagrees to give up land and remove the soldiers or military?
You tell us, Kara.
I'm asking you. What do you guys want? I'm asking you guys.
Do you want me to answer if I would vote yes for a solution that Turkish
No, George,
guarantee?
I want you to just answer, or anybody that can, as a GC, right? If
Yes.
Turkey says, right, that's your proposal, and our proposal is we are not giving up land and we are not removing military. We might withdraw a little bit of troops, but we're still going to be present on the island. What would your counter, or what would you want your counter agreement to be, or counter solution?
The counter agreement would have to be however many Turkish soldiers there are. There's going to have to be that many Greeks. And would you lot be comfortable with that?
What do you
We
mean?
have no issue. You can have as many Greek as you want.
Michael,
Well, I
like you
think
need
that
to
could be,
understand. Is there? Sorry, I keep butting. I don't know this, so I'm asking the panel. Is there any Turkish villages in the south at all?
What do you mean that?
Like, is there any villages that just still living
There's
by
derelict
Turkish?
there's a lot of derelict buildings.
No, not derelict. Is there any villages that are people still living in there? Turkish
Yeah,
villages?
there is Pillar.
What, in Cyprus?
But that's
south?
on the British bases land, not Greek Cypriot land.
Right, because we still have a Greek, I believe, a Greek village near Karpaz, isn't it?
Two of them, about
Two of
300
them.
people,
So-
Maronites.
So we have
Yes.
no issues about living on either one, well, on our side for the GCs anyway. Under a
Guys,
solution, this is.
Is this a serious conversation? You know how many people lived in Carpatsia? I don't know how many thousands. There are something like 50 or 100 people left there.
Do you know how many Turkish
20.
Cypriots lived
Come
in
on,
Limassol?
guys. Don't bring,
They are
Do you know how
don't
many
bring this as an
Turkish Cypriots
example.
lived in Limassol? Paphos.
They can, you know that they can come and live
Oh,
in a
rubbish.
very peaceful.
Come on.
Oh, of course they can. Of course
Kara,
they
can I answer
Simon.
to Kara? Kara, I want
Yes.
I want a solution. I said it many times. I want a solution for my Greek Cypriot and Turkish Cypriots compatriots.
I want solution too, George.
A two-state solution, you mean?
No, I want a solution. I never said a two-state, but the way everything is going, I will take the two-state solution.
Yes, I see your posts, my friend, and I know your mindset generally. Anyway, I would, yes, I don't mind for the number of the troops. It doesn't matter if it is 40,000 or 30,000 or 10,000. The matter for me is the guarantees. This is a problem for me, and I will never vote yes for a solution that there are Turkish or foreign guarantees, except if there is an umbrella of a coalition.
George,
A
not just
multinational force.
a
multinational force.
multinational coalition.
George,
Yes.
what if we came to a decision where we're going to have 2,000 Turkish troops and 2,000 Greek troops from Greece, and they're both going to have a military base? Would you accept that?
Yes, personally, yes. I said it
wouldn't.
again. Okay,
I wouldn't.
okay.
Go on, Simon. Would you accept
I
that?
wouldn't. I'll tell you why I wouldn't. First of all, you realize that Greece has abandoned its status as a guarantor power. You realize
Yes,
that,
a
yeah?
couple of years ago. Mr.
They
President.
suggested this, and UK accepted that
Exactly.
I can do it also.
So
Yes.
or you can suggest it, but I mean they have already relinquished their rights that they don't want to be a guarantor for Cyprus.
We're not
Because
It's not up to them. It's in constitution to be to do away the power. It has to be agreed by all parties. You can't just come up and say we relinquish our guarantors.
Of course you can.
That's rubbish.
They
That's
did.
rubbish.
They did
They
that.
Yes,
can
Simon.
they can say they're
Simon.
not interested in it. By law, they still are. Okay.
Simon, you are saying that you don't mind if some troops. Oh, sorry, you mind if some troops remain.
No,
guarantors, Simon.
my
The proposition
position on this, my
no
position is that
guarantors. 2,000
My-
Greek troops, 2,000 Turkish
no,
troops. So you agree?
I don't think that it should be limited to a Greek or Turkish force. It should be a multinational force, European or otherwise. I don't mind. That is going to secure the security of the island.
So basically, what they're proposing, like a NATO base kind of a thing.
Don't give
Or a
it names.
multinational,
Let's
not
not
NATO.
When you say
Let's
multinational,
not give it names. And I don't
Kara-
even mind. I don't even mind if in this multinational force there are Greek and Turkish soldiers as well, but it has to be a multinational force with a clear mandate from an international body. A clear mandate. I underline this.
So you'd also like the Greek troops to leave as well? The 2,500
Of
Greek
course,
troops?
of course.
Okay, I can understand that.
I think
Anything else you guys want? You want catch up on that one? You guys are making it as you go along. You
You asked my opinion. I'm giving my opinion.
They
I'm not saying-
asked a question and we answered.
You asked,
What's the problem
guys,
with this?
you asked me a question. I do not represent neither the Cyprus government or a political party, nor do you. We are expressing our opinions here.
Ken, what's your
Individual
opinion on that? What's your opinion? 2,000 Greek troops, 2,000 Turkish troops, but we get rid of
No,
the...
it shouldn't be only Greeks and Turkish. It has to
I'm
be a
asking Ken.
multinational
I know what
one.
you said, Simon, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
I agree with Mike, Akala. I do agree with Mike.
Yeah, well, if that's what it's going to take to make everyone happy, let's keep the 2,000 Greek troops, 2,000 Turkish troops. They're both in NATO. They're never going to war with each other, and everyone could just shut up about it. It doesn't
But
really.
the NATO countries do go against one another as well, Michael. I mean, they're advised not to, but it has happened.
When has it happened?
When it happened?
Well, internally, you know what I mean, like fallouts and
No
stuff.
NATO
No,
countries
I don't mean like all out fucking war fighting one another, but you see what I mean? Like I don't mean it like it's happened in the way of they bombed each other and they shot each other, whatever. But like, look at Donald Trump, prime example. How many NATO members has he bullied? And he's the head of NATO. Well, he's the leading military force of NATO.
No, bullying and going to war is two different things, but yeah, I mean, I accept your point.
He does basically. He just does it without the weapons, but he's still basically conquering another NATO country.
Yeah, but Greece and Turkey are not stupid.
Valid point, Kara. Valid point.
Yeah, but Greece and Turkey are not stupid. They've had many skirmishes in the past, and they've come close to having problems, and they've never ever gone to war with each other, and they never will. Greece and Turkey will never go to war with each other. So maybe having both of them on the island could be seen as a positive.
Do you know what it is, Mike? I feel like if the you know, the only reason that we have a fight between the two countries is the things. It's the like the country rulers, like whoever rules the countries.
Allow it. Full of shit, all of you lot.
So who was ruling the Greeks and the Turks when they decided to go to war?
The Kurds.
What?
What Kurds,
bro? To say Shiesty one, or just coming to talk shit.
What is this, man?
Fuck the politics, man. Live your life.
Really Kurdish, brother. Really Kurdish.
Other lives are available.
The actual meaning of politics means the people.
Well, you lot border patrol.
Who's this fucking idiot? He's like fucking coming
Man moved to Spain,
mountain,
innit? Fuck the UK.
Man said mountain, bro. Don't ever say that before I go mad.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? You look like you come from
Brokeback
Mountain.
Mountain. That's what I'll do. Orospu çocuğu. That's what I'll do.
You talk about you little boy. Drop yourself.
Gel where are you? Where are you?
Ulan soğan çocuğu. Ağzını leş gibi açlıktan koparır.
Yarrağımın başı. Oğlum ölmüşsünüz lan. Oğlum
Ortalığa gel. Ortalığa gel. Adam mısın? Adam mısın çık?
Where?
There's
Where are you?
Tamam, send me location.
Where are you? Kurdistan.
Send me location.
Come to Kurdistan. Come to Kurdistan.
Tom,
I'm there. I'm in Erbil. Come. Yeah, come. You feel dumb. I'm in Erbil. Come, bro.
Bro, you got
How do you feel now?
in Green Lanes.
Wait. Let me teach you something in history. Who was there first? The Kurds or the Turks?
The Turks.
Oh my God.
Kurds come from Iran, bro. Kurds come from
You lot are so
Iran.
dumb.
You lot are Iranian. You're Iranian, bro.
Shut up, man.
You're Iranian.
Wait, hold up.
Shiesty, he's got nothing to do with your people, man. He's Turkish Cypriot. He's not mainland Turk. His ancestors weren't involved in whatever happened with the Kurds.
Brothers don't know history, man. Yeah? Brothers don't know history.
Yo, Şahis.
I got love for Kurds as well. Listen, I love the Kurds.
Greekler sizden önce bu. Herbeci Kurdistan.
Kurdistan's got nothing to do with Cyprus, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why my man got rude saying, oh, you lot a mountain man or something.
I didn't hear.
So what, man?
I ain't gonna lie, like us Kurds, And the Cypriots, we get along. With the Turks, it's a bit iffy. It's a bit iffy.
I love the Kurds, man. Her biji Kurdistan.
Come on, my brother.
Listen, man, I love everyone.
Mountain,
I love the Kurds. I love the Albanians.
You see, Turks
I love
literally
Bulgarians.
call Kurds mountain Turks.
Mountain what?
They literally call you
Obviously.
guys mountain Turks, the Turkish Republic.
They can call us
I
whatever,
just
bro.
wanted to,
And they deny your
literally just wanted to
language.
come
Let's
in
hear
to
from Escape,
correct-
guys. Let Escape have a minute.
I wanted to
We'll
come
take
in to correct something because we've been profiled for a long time by the Kurds. The Kurds
Who,
like
the
to,
Cypriots?
yeah, the Cypriots. I mean, I'm going to use the exact example of what you just said. We like the Cypriots, but we don't like the Turks.
I'll be so honest. I'll be so
but
honest.
let me be honest with you, my friend. We
Go on,
are
my brother.
Turks. We are Turkish Cypriots.
I understand,
And I think
we
you
don't
need
see that the
to-
same. We don't see that the same though.
Well,
we see you lot different compared
Well,
to them.
maybe
Like-
you've got someone's pulled the wool over your eyes, but don't.
No. I just don't like Erdogan people, bro.
Don't be too confident.
Whoever likes Erdogan, man, don't like, bro. Whoever likes Erdogan, we don't like, bro. Simple.
Well,
as.
most
Do you like
Cypriots
Atatürk?
Erdogan.
Do you like Atatürk? Be honest.
To be honest, not really, because he's
Yeah, Saka Yamada.
Bro,
go suck a
Atatürk
dead
literally
man. Go suck a
genocided
dead
the
family
Kurds.
members.
Like, he literally
Suck a dead
denied their
motherfucker.
language.
Yeah, he sold out
He
the
was
Turks, so fuck his
he's
mum.
literally
Fuck
like
Atatürk's
the
mum, we don't
Turkish
care about
Hitler.
I mean,
of
I'm
course.
shocked to hear
Brother,
a
listen.
Kurd. I'm
Brother,
shocked to
listen.
hear that a Kurd doesn't like Erdogan.
My
He's
man
not
made
done.
people,
I mean,
my man
the
made
amount of
people start
money
opening up,
and
bro. You
investment
mad,
Ayo,
bro?
and
where's
support
your
that
land?
Erdogan has
Atatürk
given to
stopped
Kurds.
even Islam in
It's
Turkey,
unbelievable.
bro. He made all the women
Aye,
start
broski,
opening
where's your
up there. People that was going university, yeah, that was covering up, bro. They started getting bullied and stuff, bro. You need to go search history, brother.
These men don't know history.
We don't know history.
Trust me, Kazi. Us Kurds, we're to ourselves, bro. We don't care what people say or do.
But do you think that's a smart way to conduct yourselves?
Of course, bro. We don't. If you wanna do what you wanna do it, bro. We don't care, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Us Kurds are Kurds, bro.
Just ask me this
The Turks
question.
are Turks,
Where's
the
your
Cypriots
land?
are Cypriots. That's why we never have problems with Cypriots, bro. They're in their own world.
There is a Kurdistan. You can't go to Erbil. You can't go to Ahmed.
Kurdish, right?
Yeah.
You
Ahmed
claim
Borku.
Turkey. You claim Turkey, Syria more than us Turks.
What'd you say?
You claim Turkey, yeah, more than actual Turkish people, fam.
Why?
How about you go to
There's a lot of
Ahmed?
Kurds that
Do
are
your
proud
research
Turks.
and then talk. Why do you
There
think?
is Shiesty one.
Why
There
do
is
you
You
think
Kurdish,
Mongolian
you Kurdish
things?
people.
Mongolian.
You're more good, brother. Shut the fuck up and listen. You
How about you visit
Kurdish.
Turkmenistan people are more Turkish than you, bro.
Yeah. Very well.
Hello. Can I have a word, please, if it's possible?
Yes, my
Good
brother.
evening
Yes,
to
my
everyone.
brother. Yes, my brother.
Good evening. Excuse me. It's the first of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to everyone over here, especially
Yes, my brother.
the people from Turkish Republic of North Cyprus and from from Turkey and Greece and from South Cyprus. The objective over here, they try to find a solution. What's the best way to live together and
Get rid of Erdogan. Get rid of
tranquility and
Erdogan.
stability, okay? And
Get
this,
rid of the
it's not-
president.
Listen, excuse me. Let me finish. Excuse me.
Bro.
Let's hear more. Fuck.
I understand what he's
Let's hear
saying.
more,
He's
fuck.
saying,
Let's
how
hear
can we
more,
all
fuck, guys.
be
1
one?
second. I want to hear more. fuck. Yeah.
The
I want to hear more.
Listen,
fuck.
it's
Hold on.
peace, my brother.
objective over here.
Hold
the
on.
objective
Let's bring
over
it back
here-
to Cyprus. Let's hear more. Fuck. Go for it, man.
Yeah, the objective over here, United Nations came with a plan to solve the problem. What's the best way to solve the
To
problem?
get rid of Erdogan. Simple.
No, listen, my
Get
friend.
another Turkish
listen.
president. We don't care. It doesn't have to be
Look,
Kurdish,
the
Cypriot,
objective
black, white.
over here,
Get another
Cypriot-
Turkish president. Just change him.
Cyprus problem. If you want to talk about the Kurd, look, I am from Iraq. I am Iraqi Turkmen. The amount of the terror that you have showed to the Turkmen people, to Christian people, to Assyrian people, unbelievable. In
Exactly, who was that?
1959, you killed 1,000 Iraqi Turkmen in 1959, do you know? And in the meantime, you have been occupying the land of Yazidis, the land of Christian. You have forcing all the Turkmen from north of Iraq. Third thing, you have the Kurds joined the Saddam Hussein troops against of Talabani, and you killed 1,000 of Kurds and also Turkmen and Arab in north of Iraq. After 2003, you
Yeah, this
occupied the
brother
city
knows
of
what he's saying.
Listen to
Guys,
my
I don't
friend.
want to.
There
I
is
don't want to
no
bring this
country.
to Kurdish,
Yeah,
guys.
there is no
Let's wrap it
country
up.
called Kurdistan. There is no country
Yeah,
Kurdistan.
this is
You
a
are
Cyprus
a
live, boys. All
remnant
due
of.
respect.
You are remnant of from Indian
Yeah,
and
Kala Sofis.
of
Man said Indian. Shut
Persian,
up, man.
Iranian.
Indian.
Guys,
Okay,
Man said
let's talk
Indian.
about
Shut up.
Cyprus, my
Shut up.
friend.
Yes, thank you,
Indian.
Mohammed.
Let's
Let's
talk
bring
about
it to Cyprus.
Cyprus. Let's
Let's
talk
bring
about
it
the
to Cyprus.
Cyprus. Yeah,
So
Shut up, man.
people that
important
so
Man
is
said
people
about
that
Indian.
no
Cyprus.
no listen
And first
so
of all,
people that
if you want
people
to
that
talk
was
about,
Irish, yeah.
there is
So
no
people that was
country called
Irish, there was
Kurdistan.
IDF,
No
Yo,
innit?
country
Sofix,
called
you
There's
see the
Kurdistan.
guy
what
with
do
the
you call
Bible?
Thank
IDF?
You see
you
the guy
very
with the
much.
You know
Bible
what someone
profile
should
picture?
do, guys?
Yeah,
Someone should make a
let's talk
live.
about Cyprus. You coming from
Yo,
north of
Sofix.
Iraq, a terrorist,
Who
and
keeps
you
saying
killed a
Soflix?
thousand
Yeah,
people.
no,
You try to
The
create
guy
same
next to you.
problem in Cyprus.
Yeah, what's
Thank
up,
you
bro?
very much.
Mufak.
Bye bye.
The guy at the
Brother, how
bottom,
was
fam.
Irish
In
Say
people?
again?
Chicago,
How
I
was
told you.
Irish people terrorists and then now
Say
they got
louder.
their
No,
own
no, the
place?
Irish people are not
How does that
terrorists.
make
You
That,
are
the
sense? Come
a
on,
bottom is
bunch
explain
people
that
are
of
to me, bro.
terrorist
terrorists.
people, and
You
the
are a
most of
bunch
them.
of terrorists in
Is
north of
Irish
Iraq.
people
Guys,
still
guys,
Everybody
terrorists?
was
listen,
Mofak,
guys.
brother, shut up.
All due
yeah,
respect,
yes.
guys. I'm
Yeah,
tired of talking. Let's not talk about Kurdistan. Let's bring it
You're
back to
going to the
Cyprus. Yeah.
power boy damage there.
Just let
Yeah.
them beef in
Listen.
the comments.
Listen. Yeah. Sorry, guys. All due respect. This is about Cyprus. Marco, how you doing, mate?
Hey man, what's up?
Yeah. You tell me what's up, bro.
How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm alright. How you been doing in the comments?
I've been doing good, well, man.
Well, you think Cyprus is Greek?
Yeah, bro.
Why?
Because it's been historically 3,000 years Greek, bro. So why shouldn't it's an ancestral land for the Greeks?
Well, Marcos, do you believe that Jerusalem is Jewish?
I mean, it's this ancestral land for the. I mean, I don't want to get into that conflict, you know.
Well, it's the same principle. I mean, there's been
Well,
many.
it's a different story, though.
Well, look, the Greeks have always been a minority in the region. Okay, even to this day, the population of Istanbul is double the population of Greece. Think about it. That being
Yeah,
said,
but wait, I
hold
have
on.
roots
Let me
from
answer you. That being
Constantinople.
said, there is no doubt that Cyprus has been has Greek people living on there, and the Greek people are indigenous to the island. Greek Cypriots, just as the Turkish Cypriots are.
Yeah, but for Istanbul, you said something about Constantinople.
To label an island in the middle of
we're
the
not talking about
Mediterranean Greek,
Constantinople.
when prior to the Cypriot constitution, it was British. Prior to the British, it was Turkish via the Ottoman Empire for 500 years. Prior to the Ottomans, it was Venetian. You know, I mean, I don't remember a Greek ruler.
Okay, I will
overseeing
tell you. What
Cyprus.
about the ancient Greek kingdoms that were in Cyprus? So you're
Ancient
denying.
Greek is before Jesus Christ, my friend. How far back do you want to go?
Okay, why is
about
the
it.
island Greek speaking then?
Before-
What about Salamis? Is that all like lost history?
Because the Greek language,
escape.
language has been preserved, okay, for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. It doesn't mean that you are the same person that existed before Jesus Christ, okay? But I give it to you.
Doesn't mean that we're not though either, does
No,
it?
well, we all know.
Okay,
you're
what
not,
about
because
Salamis?
the
What
DNA
about
and the
Solea?
facts state
What about
you're
the
not.
theater, the
But
ancient settlements? Is that like
the
all
language
lost
is the
history?
same. The language has been preserved,
Sorry to butt in there.
and we have to applaud the empires that came and went throughout that period because they allowed for that language to continue. You know, the French, for example, the colonialist French didn't allow native languages in Africa to continue. They made them change their language and enforce their religion and their language on the people. The Greek people have done really well in their region, but you can't come along and just say that island is Greek because it's not.
It is Greek though. It's been
I'll
for
explain to you why
3,000
it
years
isn't,
Greek.
Mark.
Crete, Rhodos.
Yeah, but Crete and Rhodes didn't sign the Declaration of Independence.
I'm just going to quickly butt in there. This is how we went. Like, this is how, like, the first people was. It was the Greeks first. And then the British came and made a colony. And then what happened was the British gave the Greeks independence.
No.
For escape, I was about to tell him about Constantinople, since I also have roots from there.
And then what happened was, and then it was under the rule of British Empire. I mean, what was it called? It was under the British Empire, and then the Ottoman Empire came through and took over the land. And then what happened was the Turkish Cypriot and the Greek Cypriot people came into one land. And then what happened was the Greek bit had a connection to mainland Greece, called Illinois. And what happened was the Turkey didn't like that, and they sent troops over to the land. And what happened was it was an illegal occupation that happened, and then the beef was completely settled, and then that's how it ended up to today.
Well, I commend your knowledge.
Summary.
Yeah, probably not true in many ways, but you're halfway there. Halfway there.
Can I explain something to Marcos?
Okay. Okay, Michael. Tell me.
The reason that we say that Cyprus isn't Greek is because we agreed to have an independent republic. Cyprus, Greece, Turkey, and the United Kingdom, we sat down at the table like gentlemen and agreed to have a republic. Now, unfortunately, despite what's happened in Cyprus, we can never go back from that. Saying Cyprus is Greek, it doesn't help anyone. Of course we feel Greek. Greek Cypriots feel very Greek. We're proud of Greece.
But we cannot deny the Hellenic heritage that comes with it.
Of course not. Who's denying that?
I mean, Aphrodite is this Hellenic and deity. Escape is literally denying our heritage, but okay.
We can never be one country with Greece. Despite whatever happens with the Turkish Cypriots, we're never going to unite and be a country with Greece. That's the cold, hard facts. And Greece doesn't want to unite with Cyprus. So saying Cyprus is Greek...
For now, yes. For now, yes.
For Banda Regumbare, come on, let's...
I mean, who knows what's going to happen in 1,000 years?
Well, look, I mean, the point of the matter is, I mean, I've been on these lives for about 3 years, and I've never come on and said Cyprus is Turkish. But
but you're denying the Hellenic history.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that the Greek people have always lived.
Has it been that long, mate? Bloody hell.
Yeah, 3 years. The Greek people have always lived in Cyprus. I'm not denying that, but it's never been under direct Greek rule. Okay,
it was
and
the
I hate using the word rule.
Thousands of years. It's been thousands of years.
Yeah, I mean the Byzantines. Listen, the Byzantine was an East Roman Empire, and they adopted as one of their languages. They adopted Greek. Okay, the Greek people, and I know it breaks your heart to hear this, and I don't want to offend you, but the Greek people are a minority today, as they were in the Roman Empire. You're not a population of 100 million people. You have to understand that. You know, so this elevated ideology that you guys are part of ancient Greece and you've ruled the world for millennia.
The
Byzantines was called the East Roman Empire.
For the Byzantine Empire, it became a Greek empire.
No, it didn't become.
That's why we called ourselves, before we called ourselves Hellenes, we were Romni.
Yeah,
that's why you guys call us
Rum is what the Ottomans used to call you. But
we are Romans.
You are Romans, yes, you are Romans.
Yeah, that's why we are the direct
make up your
descendants
mind.
of the
Are you Greek or Roman?
Well, we called ourselves Romni before we became Hellenes.
There is a grey area for modern Greeks, whether they were Greek or Roman, or like some Cypriots say, I'm a Turkish-speaking Cypriot, or I'm a Greek-speaking Cypriot. You might have been a Greek-speaking Roman. Who knows? But the point of the matter is, Cyprus is neither Greek nor Turkish. It was a British colony, and by hook or by crook, the English were kicked out, and it was a country whose constitution today lays out that it's a Turkish and Greek-speaking island.
Yeah, but the constitution was a big mistake. It was literally made by a guy called Radcliffe who made the same constitution for India.
Well, the constitution exists today, Marcos. It's the same constitution today. Yeah, there
it should
are
change,
two.
theoretically.
No, it's the same. The two communities on the island, the Greek Cypriot and Turkish Cypriot, and the two official languages in Cyprus, and this might shock you,
is Greek and Turkish.
Yes. But you want to tell me that it's a Greek island. Well, it's not. It's not. It's a Cypriot island with Turkish-speaking and Greek-speaking.
So, Marco, what would you have us do? Would you have us try and unite with Greece again? What would you have the Greek Cypriots do?
Well, with the current standards, we cannot do a political union with Greece.
We cannot unify with Greece. So how do we reunite the island? Without war. Because the war's not on
without war, I'm not sure how Turkey will want this. I mean, does Turkey
do it? It's called diplomacy. We have to be diplomatic and have discussions with our Turkish Cypriot compatriots in the hope that we can unite the island as one. That is the only chance we've got of people going back to their homelands or going back to...
Okay, let's look at the example. I have roots from like, let's say, Kyrenia. How would people ask Kyrenians go back? We are doomed, basically, because Annan plan doesn't allow us to go back.
Well, the Annan plan set out some sort of school rules, if you like, some rules around.
I wouldn't
what you can and
accept
can't
living
do.
under Turkish administration in Kyrenia, by the way. I will not accept that.
But why? Is that because you've got a racist mentality?
No, because Kyrenia doesn't belong to you. Why should it be under Turkish administration?
It doesn't belong to you.
Wait. Sorry to butt in here. But it wouldn't be a Turkish, like a ruler. It would just be Northern Republic of Cyprus.
Well, look, there are new talks with the United Nations at the moment, and they're talking about something called a loose federation. Okay, what the plan is that's been floated is that there's going to be two regional governments. Okay, two communities that have their own governments: the Turkish Cypriot community and the Greek Cypriot community. The map as we know it today will probably not change much. There might be some tweaks to who controls what, but in the grand scheme of things, it will remain the same. The Turkish Cypriots will continue to govern their side of the island, their laws, their police force, their schools, their language, their culture, and the Greek Cypriots will do the same on their side. But there will be free movement, so you're more than welcome to come over and buy a property in the Turkish controlled zone, but you won't be able to vote.
So you're telling me that I should be completely fine? It's all fine.
Well, that's what's happening. That's what's
my
going to
house is under
Marcus,
Turkish administration.
Well, hold on. Let me carry on. There will be a lower house. The lower house is where the members of parliament exist, and they will be made up of Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. No doubt, the majority will be Greek Cypriot because there is a larger Greek Cypriot population.
Absolutely.
But over the years, both Greek Cypriot and Turkish Cypriot populations have been whittled down, and they will continue to be whittled down over the next 50 to 60, 70 years, okay? So you'll probably have Russians and Ukrainians and Lebanese and Iranians having prominent, and of course Israelis, let's not forget them, having prominent positions within your government.
They'll be behind the scenes.
I don't think Russians will have prominent positions in our government. They just live here.
They had very prominent underhand
if they've got their citizenship and they're here for a couple
they have influence, but they're not like they're not politicians.
Now what would happen, Marcos?
Give it a couple of generations and they will be.
Yeah, Marcos,
there are
what would
100,000,
happen
man. Come
is
on.
there
isn't any Russian politician that I know.
100,000 out of a population of 900. That's a significant population there.
Okay, 50,000.
So you change your answer.
It's a lot.
So what would happen? There'd be a Senate, there'd be a higher house, and that would be a 50-50 split between Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots, okay? So if the parliament makes a decision on, let's say, for example, going to war on the side of Israel against Iran, then the higher house can vote on that, okay? And then there'll be a ceremonial president, okay? So it will be ruled in that way. It will be ruled in a form of a democracy, and the island will continue as it is, really, but without the limitations. So suddenly Cyprus opens itself up to one of the top 10, 15 economies in the world, in Turkey, which is across the border. Tourism probably quadruples overnight. Trade quadruples overnight. Restrictions are lifted on both sides, and everyone starts living in a free, peaceful manner without the fear and risk of someone like you, Marcos, maybe coming over and claiming their rights on an old Turkish Cypriot property. She's been living there for 50 years, or maybe the Greek Cypriots who think that maybe the Turks will invade. So this is the reality on the island, and we either do a deal or we watch it get whittled away and eventually hand it over to those that have the biggest and deepest pockets. And like I said, going back to the Greeks, The Greeks are a very small minority in the region. Think about it. Think about your numbers.
Yeah, okay. I know you're gonna see the Constantinople thing. I mean, look at Constantinople.
Constantinople was named after the Roman Emperor Constantine. So I don't know why
who was half Greek, by the way.
Well, listen, half is half.
Marco, 1 minute. One thing we can't do, we can't mix up Constantinople with Cyprus, because Constantinople, the Greeks declared their independence and they agreed to the independence and sovereignty of Turkey. We can't go back on that there. There's no point talking about
he's saying that we were in minority. I was about to tell him that.
What happened in Cyprus, I don't want to upset Turkish Cypriot friends, but it was illegal in the legality of today's laws. That's why we're still fighting.
I want to tell him that with reference of Constantinople, Istanbul, whatever you want to call that city. I have roots from there. And in 1955, when EOKA began the struggle in Cyprus, the Turkish government decided for some reason, I don't know why, to kick my family out of their homes.
We understand. We understand, but both sides lost. We can't just look at it from our point of view. You have to look at things from the other people's point of view. What do you ever think to yourself, Marco? What if I was born Turkish Cypriot? What would I think about it? You have to have that type of thinking.
Wait, Michael. Can I ask him in all honesty?
Understand how we feel.
Wait. I'm a Turk, right? In all honesty, are you telling me you've got no idea why the Greeks of Istanbul were exiled back to Greece? Do you not understand that all the Muslims that lived in Europe, from Greece all the way...
We had the population exchange. Marco's not a silly boy. He knows that Greece and Turkey...
No. It wasn't for the population exchange. They were kicked out in 1955.
When was the population exchange? Oh, you're talking about...
In 1922.
Yeah, the population exchange was 1922. Well, listen, we've done horrible things to each other. What about England and Germany? They went to a world war with each other. Fast forward 50 years, they're best friends. Can't we do that? Why do we have to keep talking about the past all the time? Do you see what I mean? We've got to move on. How come we've forgiven the Germans? What about the Germans? They occupied Greece. Greece have been in a war more recently with Germany than they have with Turkey. How come the Greeks and the Germans...
How come we can't do that in Cyprus?
Yeah, how come we can't just move on?
Okay, that was an economic war. But okay, I get it.
When they occupied Greece during World War II, it was an economic...
Yeah, and they fucked it up.
Okay.
Okay, Marcos.
With Italians.
Okay, so let's say, what do you think about the Germans killing the Israeli people? What do you think about that? How about that?
Well, I don't agree with that.
Oh, the Nazis, you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because my family, for example, they fought fascism. You know, my great-grandpa is still lost. We don't know where he is. He's somewhere lost fighting the Italians and the Nazis. So, of course, I'm against that. His brother was sent to a concentration camp, but thankfully he got away with it.
Against Italians and Germans?
Yeah. They were trained in the British Army.
Yeah, but, I mean, come on. Italians are like some of the closest people to Greeks.
Okay, Italians are good people. I'm just saying that they fought against Italian fascism.
Okay, but you don't... what I'm saying to you, do you hold a grudge against Italians to this day?
No, I love Italians. They're great people. I'm just saying that we fought against...
So that's the same applies with the Turks as well. They're great people as well. Just because we've got previous history with them doesn't mean...
Excuse me. Hi, good afternoon. I see two Turkish Cypriots. I don't know if Escape, I know, is Turkish Cypriot. I don't know about the other dude. They're ganging up on one Greek Cypriot. And you're talking about genocide, correct?
Bro, what are you...
I'm not ganging up on anyone.
No, you guys mentioned genocide. Also, Greeks were doing whatever.
We haven't mentioned genocide.
What?
You just mentioned before that the Greeks... The Greeks were attacking, the Turkish were attacking back and forth. What happened to Pondos, for example? Why did they genocide?
Yeah, what about that?
Let's talk about Pondos, because I'm half Pondios. So why did the genocide happen in Pondos?
They weren't genocided. They were exiled.
Huh?
Yeah, see, they weren't genocide. They were exiled. That's like the common Turkish...
Dude, I have family. They were burnt in churches. What are you talking about? My ancestors were locked in churches and
Who
burnt.
burned them?
Turks.
How do you know it was Turks?
You're talking about
that's history.
Empire, right?
What do you ask anybody?
Are Turks the only people that live in the area? It's only Turks.
Well, they came and they were part of the. It was their empire.
Pedro, someone in the comments
Yeah.
just made a very good point. Let me just put this to you. What happened to all the Turks in Crete? Recently, I had a medical procedure done, and it was done by a Turkish doctor. And I was speaking to him. He was such a lovely guy. And then I asked him where he's from, and he told me that his
He
family
said
is
Crete.
originally from Crete.
He did
And it made me a bit sad because
Of
I knew what
course.
happened to the Turks of Crete. So what they've done,
Yeah.
what we've done, they've done to us. We've done to them as well.
Okay,
Michael,
look,
you seen the
yeah, but
film?
look,
Wait,
the
wait, wait, wait.
Turkish Cretans.
Hold on. Michael,
Yeah,
you seen the film Zorba the Greek?
of course, yeah.
Yeah,
But
the Turkish
but
Cretans.
Zorba's
They
a
are not
Turkish name,
they're
right?
not Turkish. They are
But,
not. They're
Zorba's
Muslim Greek Cretans.
wait. Zorba is a Turkish name. The film's called Zorba the Greek. What happened to all the other Turks?
Where?
Can I answer that?
Zorba is a Turkish name. Zorba is a Turkish name.
Listen,
The
I'm
film
not.
is called.
Yeah.
No, wait, but the film is called Zorba the Greek, right? How did the Turk become a Greek? Because there's no Turks left. They genocided them. He's the only one left. He became Greek.
Okay, let me say about
Bro,
the Turks in Crete. They were not Turks in Greek. They're just Greeks who became Muslim. I have a friend
here
who
we go.
is a Muslim Cretan.
You know, this is
there's
pure
no
racism.
Pedro,
Pure
you're talking-
racism.
This is not racism. This is the reality. I have
You're
a friend
talking
who is a
rubbish.
Turkish Cretan or whatever you want to call those.
He's a Crita.
He is a Greek. He's a Muslim Cretan, Kritikos from Crete.
What are you talking
The
about?
majority,
And
What
he's
is going on, bro?
the majority of the Muslim / Turkish population of Crete. There was
Listen,
more
guys.
Turks in Crete
they
than
are
in
Muslim Greeks who
So
were
Greeks on
converted to Islam.
wait.
Listen,
So Greeks
when-
on the
when-
island of Crete. So Greeks on the island of Crete, for no good reason, all of a sudden decide to wake up and become Muslim.
They decided to become
Yeah,
Muslim. I have a friend who
what are you
is in.
talking about, bro? You're talking nonsense.
No, bro.
Am I
It's
Why
talking
would
nonsense? I have
someone
a
living on
friend
an
who is a
island?
Muslim Cretan,
He's
and
got
he told me.
no Islamic countries around him. He's
Listen.
surrounded by Greeks. All of a sudden, he woke up and he thought, "Oh no,
When-
I'm going to start
Well,
praying
it was
5 times
under
a day."
Ottoman rule, so obviously there was going to be some conversions. I mean, we had the
but-
genocide.
How are the Ottomans ruling if there
This
were
is the
no
racist
Turks there?
mentality that exists.
Marco,
amongst
Pedro,
Greeks, and
what about when
it breaks
Megas
my heart.
Alexandros? What about when Megas Alexandros went all the way up to India and conquered all those lands?
Yeah,
What
he
about-
Hellenized them. Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
peaceful.
but he was one of the only like generals that he was not take. He was taking over, but he would still go with the customs of other countries.
Yeah, and he was peaceful.
So civilized.
No,
The
no, he wasn't.
The
civilized colonizer.
Turks
You don't-
believe in
He was a
Islamic
civilized
customs. They
colonizer.
want
Let's
to
not-
recreate the
no, no,
Ottoman
no.
Empire. They want to.
You don't
You know-
conquer anyone's land, but he imposed Greek culture on them. He imposed Greek culture on Egypt.
It's different, bro.
on
It's
the Middle
different.
East.
Alexander
Bro,
the Great did that
yeah,
shit.
but
Like,
Muslims-
the
Muslims-
Muslims doing that.
Oh,
What did the Ottomans do?
There's a big difference
the
between
Ottomans do?
Muslims and Greeks. The Greeks did this peacefully. That's
basically,
why
our
they
colonial
accepted
history is-
Hellenism in a very
Our
peaceful
colonial
way.
history is okay.
Dude.
Crazy. This is crazy.
Dude, the Ottomans would
It's
take
delusional.
young Greek kids and make them fight the
What
Greeks.
were the Greeks doing? The Greeks, bruv, shut up. You're delusional.
Pedro,
The Ottomans
past,
would
Pedro.
kidnap Greek
Listen,
children in Romania.
as a
What are you talking
Turkey,
about,
as a
man?
Turk, I'm frightened of the Greeks. The Greeks invaded Turkey in 1919.
There was no invasion. It
came
was a
in-
liberation of the
No,
occupied town
they
of
invaded
Smyrna.
Turkey.
Okay, what
It was a
about the
liberation.
genocide? Nobody's answering
And
the
tried to-
Armenian
tried to
genocide,
invade
Syrian
Turkey.
genocide.
Greece also invaded Cyprus in 1974.
No, Greece tried to
For a small
liberate
country
Cyprus.
with a very small population,
Okay.
I
The
tell you
only
what,
country
you've got
that is
big
invading
balls.
Only
our
Turks say
ancestral
this,
homelands
man.
is Turkey.
I will give you that.
They've
You
invaded
guys,
Smyrna,
you guys have invaded
Constantinople,
more
invaded
countries than you
Cyprus.
can remember.
Marco,
I'll give you that.
Listen. I tell you this: if you do DNA test to Turkish people, Greek DNA comes up. When you do Turkish DNA,
Yeah. So what?
Greeks.
Yeah,
What?
but so what? But so
The
what?
fuck you? What do you mean? So what? So what does that
So
mean?
what? Doesn't mean
What are you talking
nothing.
about? You're Turkish. You're Greek if that's the case.
No,
you're not
you're not
Turkish.
Greek because you're only
Are
Greek if you
the
speak
Petros,
Greek.
I'd love to be
creation of
Greek,
If you're
but
not,
not
if
if I
you're
was
not Greek
related to you.
speaking, you're not Greek because your DNA. There is no Greek DNA, idiot.
Okay,
There is a
so
Greek DNA.
every other DNA exists.
We are
Greek doesn't
Pelagians.
exist.
We're
Yeah,
Mediterranean,
that's right.
bro.
Because from
Man.
Macedonia all the way to the border of China, we're all the same. Iranians are the same. Turkish people from Anatolia are the same. Chechens in Dagestan. We're all the fucking same, bro.
Okay, so
We're
Turkey
not the
and
same,
Greece,
bro.
no beef. We're all the same. So what the fuck is it?
We're
I'm
what's the
saying to you,
Mediterranean.
when you're
What's the beef?
talking about DNA, there is no genetic mutation
guys, forget
that
the-
separates Greeks to be their own genetic subclade. There isn't one.
So
Yeah,
Mycenaeans,
but we're closer
Ioanninians.
to
Mycenaeans, you want to
Italians.
talk to me about Mycenaeans? Mycenaeans had more Central Asian DNA than the average Anatolian, whether they're Turkish, Greek, Italian, whatever.
What else are you gonna say?
The
That Greeks are
Mycenaeans had more
Mongolic.
than
We come from
20%.
Asia.
Wait,
We
wait,
have
wait,
nothing
wait,
to do
wait, wait,
with
wait, wait, wait,
Cyprus.
wait,
Cyprus
wait.
Marcos
is
is
Turkish
Mycenian
obsessed.
Catholic
Greeks
land.
had
Marcos
more
is
than
obsessed with
20%
DNA.
Central Asian
Forget the
DNA.
DNA, man.
Facts.
Don't matter, man.
Facts.
Do you
Yeah,
know
we are
Marcos
Asian,
is
man. We're
obsessed with
Mongolic. You
DNA?
know,
The
Crete is
geezer kept
Turkish.
messaging me
Cyprus is
yesterday
All,
talking
Turkish.
about
all
how
white
me and him
people
are
come from
related.
South Siberia. South Siberia is the origin of all Europeans. Are you dumb?
Guys, we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to
Cyprus
start
is
this message.
Turkish. Crete is Turkish. Yeah, yeah. We should
Man,
make
No, no.
ancestral
What I'm
Turkish
saying to you,
lands.
look, Benjamin,
honestly,
listen.
Turkish and Albanians have really the same propaganda in their head, man. Seriously, I've never heard any other race
Look, some
talk like
Albanians are
this.
good, man. But yeah, I do
Yeah,
understand.
no, my best friends were Albanian, but I mean the propaganda they have is like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Turkish.
The
Turks never did
Albanians,
nothing
technically,
wrong.
genetically, they
We
are our
never said they
brothers.
never
But
done nothing wrong. We never said they did nothing wrong. But when you're using the term genocide, you got to remember where it comes from and what it applies to. And it
I
started off in
mean, Turks
Germany. So
genocided the
technically,
Armenians, the
wait. You
Syrians, the
cannot
Greeks,
listen
the
to
Jews.
what I'm saying to you. Before what happened to the Jews in Germany, the term genocide didn't exist. It was a specific
It
term
was
for what
actually
happened to
used
those
by the
people.
Armenians.
Hold
Hitler
on, hold
denoted
on.
the term
No, no, no, no,
Armenian
no, no, no, no, no,
genocide.
no, no, no, no. It's a Greek
Yo,
word,
yes.
genocide.
You guys are denying the Armenian genocide.
Brother, I'm not denying anything. I'm
Why are you
saying
You
to you
keep
the
are.
chatting about when
term
we're talking about
the
Cyprus,
term
guys?
genocide cannot be applied to any massacre that happened before what happened in
Yeah.
Germany.
Oh, no,
Facts.
no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no,
It's
no,
not.
no,
It's
no,
not. It's not true.
no.
It's not true.
Hitler denoted the genocide of the Armenians in the Ottoman Empire,
So
and
what?
that's why he
So
used
what?
the
Who cares? He was a
genocide to go
madman. Who
kill
cares what he
Jews.
thought?
Guys, we're going
Who
way
cares
off
what he
track.
thought?
All I'm trying to say to my two Greek brothers here, yeah, we can't dwell on the past. What's happened, happened. Constantinople, Smyrna, Izmir, whatever you
It's
want to call
done.
it, that's done. It's done. It's done. Do you know what's not done? Cyprus isn't done. So when we go off track and we say, oh, what the Turks done to us in Constantinople, we sound a bit uneducated because we know that what's done is done. We agreed to it. The Greeks agreed to the land that the Turks got, and the Turks agreed to the land that the Greeks have got. And they haven't had any border disputes besides the water. So
Thank you,
we
Michael.
can't talk about the past. We have
No, sure. I actually agree that it's the Brits' fault that all this happened because they did the propaganda of talking to the Turks and saying, "Oh, this is
Oh,
what the Greeks are
fucking hell.
doing."
But
What fucking hell, man? You British?
let me just come
Are
in
you
here because
British?
this is an argument that the Greeks use quite a lot. Okay, and I'm constantly arguing against it because the Cypriots use it to blame everyone but themselves, and it was always a British fault. But let me tell you something: it was the British, French, and the Russians that supported you diplomatically, economically, and militarily to gain independence from the Ottoman Empire. So before you bite the hand that feeds you, realize your own history. The British set up Greece. How about that?
This is the propaganda
Didn't the
that the
British
Turkish government
Didn't the
created.
British come here and kill?
The
Didn't the
Turkish
British come here
government
and
was
kill?
actually created by the French
Bro,
and the
we're
Soviet
having this
Union.
conversation. What is it going to solve?
The
What are
Greek
we going to get to the
Republic
end
was
of?
never made
Well,
by the
we're going to
Russians
get
or the
Marcos.
British.
I tell you something. This geezer Marcos was messaging me all night last night, saying how we're cousins, how Aoka,
I never said that we're
IKEA.
cousins.
Oh yeah, bruv, you were. You were
Bro,
saying
you
oh
literally
this and that.
grieve
He
us
also
and
the
then
geezer
see.
even said he's a secret agent to me. I'm not even joking. I'll even put the screenshots up. The geezer's a nutcase. They're all fucking nutcases.
Wait. Slightly off topic. I just want to ask the panel a question. Basically, what do all of you think of that film that's going to come out?
Odyssey.
No, man, not Odyssey, man. It's on fucking
Spider-Man.
It's on YouTube. About
Troy. You're talking about Troy?
No, man.
Spider-Man.
About the Turkish
Avengers.
Cypriots, man, dickheads.
I watched Fightland tonight. That's a wicked show. You lot should watch that Fightland. So just quickly plug that for you all. Make sure you watch that.
About the Turkish Cypriots, man.
Displaced. Still displaced.
Yeah, that's it. Displaced. What do you think about that?
I haven't watched it.
I don't know. Have you seen the one called The Green Line?
opinion.
I watched The Green Line. Have you watched that? Green Line.
Is that the one about the prison? No, that's Green Mile.
That's Green Mile. I didn't mean to hurt those girls.
I personally think that's wrong, in my opinion.
What's happened in that documentary is wrong.
No, I just think the whole documentary is wrong. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, it can be.
No, I'll tell you why. Because, like, fair enough. You know the divided island. You get
Yeah.
that, and you see two sides of the story. But this is just showing the narrative from the Turkish Cypriots. You understand?
Yeah, but
Okay.
we got our own history, bro. We're entitled to our own documentary.
What do you mean?
If it's only explaining it from the Turkish point of view, so what?
Yeah, but
What's
that's
the
the whole
problem?
point. No, but yeah, because then it's just showing a Turkish narrative instead of actually
Yeah.
showing both. Because don't forget, they go side by side.
But that's what documentaries do, bro. They represent
No,
the
no.
experience of a community of people.
Yeah, a community of people. And Cyprus has two communities.
Yeah, so
Which
make your
one?
own documentary then.
No, we've done the fucking divided island, bro. So what? We
And now we're
cunts
having
over here.
divided
Hold up,
now
hold
we're
up.
having divided
So wait,
documentaries.
hold up. Are
Lenny,
we
if you watch
are
some
we
of
cunts
the
over here? Are we cunts? We basically do a documentary that shows both, and now the Turkish Cypriots do a documentary that just shows their
Because
narrative. Wait, hold
because the
let a
Greeks
minute.
are
Let a minute.
invested in the republic where
Let a
they
minute.
represent the Turks as
1
well.
minute. And so basically, without even seeing that documentary, I know 110, categorically 110%. Okay, that's going to make all Greek Cypriots look like cunts.
No.
Yeah, a 100.
No,
It
no,
is,
no,
bro.
no, no.
It is,
Lenny,
bro.
there's so many stories about Greek Cypriots that saved their Turkish neighbours. Even my dad was in a bloody police cell getting tortured. And if the Greeks didn't come out and protest and say, release him, I wouldn't be alive
And
today.
a
And my dad will tell
100%.
you that.
Yeah, I get that. A 100%. That's not going to be in the documentary. So
It might be. How do you know? How
it.
do you know? How do you
You
know?
watch the
There's,
documentary,
Because
Lenny.
the
Have you
way
watched
the
it?
guy was talking, man.
Lenny Moore,
Yeah,
listen,
but
there's a
let a
clip
minute,
on
bro.
TikTok. 1
Bro,
minute. There's a clip
Lenny, I
on
just want to
TikTok
know if you
right
watched it.
now. Listen, there's a clip on TikTok right now about a Turkish Cypriot woman explaining how her whole village got rounded up and put into a cinema building. And this Greece soldier from Greece was going to grenade up the whole building. And a Greek Cypriot man come and grappled him to the ground and said, "What are you doing? There's women and children in there."
And do you know what? A 100%. There is stories like I get that, but the way this guy was talking on the document, like saying, like advertising it, he's a hater, bro. I'm telling you, he's a
I don't
hater, bro.
know. I don't
Bro,
watch
he's
no
a hater.
documentaries because it depends who paid for the documentary, right?
Yeah, haters.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Who
saying.
cares about that?
let me answer this.
I just don't
And I'm
agree. Sorry.
gonna be very blunt, and I'm gonna be a bit of devil's advocate. But the Turkish people have been very poor and very backward in terms of their PR in various topics, whether it be the Armenian genocide and the claimed genocide and the diaspora that has been so active across America against Turks, whether it be the Greek propaganda, particularly around Cyprus, trying to make the Turks out to be the big bad bully or the big bad wolf, whether it be our friends Marcos who like to deny that there is any Turks living in the Aegean and instead likes to call us Muslim Greeks. The propaganda played against the Turks has been so vile, but so regular that I am shocked that the Turks have only just come out now to try and defend themselves and come out on the offensive. I'm shocked. It's a long time coming. So if they come out with more documentaries, don't upset yourself.
No.
Can I give my opinion? And I'll let Lenny. 1 minute.
It's nothing to do. It's nothing about that, bro. I am all for that, but 100%.
Wait. Are you all for that, or are you all for let's even up? Because I personally think, and don't interrupt me, no one. I personally think that at these stages that we are at now, coming out with these kind of documentaries is not the best thing at this moment. Okay, they should have done that a long time ago, not now, where they're trying to get a solution. And I guarantee you, because if the Turkish Cypriots have got 30 stories to highlight, I guarantee you that the Greek Cypriots have got 30 stories to highlight. And if something like that comes out and it builds some kind of uncomfortable zone, you be guaranteed all right, that the Greek Cypriots will do exactly the same thing. Okay, because everything. 1 minute, let me finish. Because everything. 1 minute, bro. Don't laugh. It ain't funny. You know what I
I'm
mean?
laughing because I was just about to open my mouth and speak, and then you went, "Don't speak." I was like, "How did he know?"
Yeah,
How did he know?
I knew. All right. So listen. I think that the truth should come out, but I don't think it's the right time now. So basically, I agree and I disagree, if you know what I mean, because it will cause a reaction, and then we're getting nowhere. Because then it's like what we've been doing on these chats for the last 2 years, that everyone's been fighting each other. They're going to be doing the same thing. The
But,
same thing. It's not the right
but
time now.
Sab, can I say something? Can I say something, Sab? Let me
Them
reply to
haters,
Sab,
bruv.
bro. Let
Them
me just say
haters,
something.
they
Sorry,
don't
Len.
want unification.
Let me say
Them
something. You
haters,
remember back in the day when you used to go to the cinema and watch the black and white films, and before the cinema, they used to show the war effort and the boys are out there doing it for us. Like, you know, in Captain America, before they watch the film, there's the little clip of the soldiers and all that. In this day and age, it's so covert and crafty that they do it on social media. They got paid people on TikTok and platforms like that. Big governments are pushing their own agenda through platforms like this because it makes it seem more real. It makes it seem more acceptable. Like, it's not like the government's putting out like the party political broadcast and you're like, oh, shut up, not that again. Like, you will accept it more if it's delivered to you by somebody who's like on your level. And that's why social media now is infiltrated by governments and like all these sort of things that you can't trust no one on TikTok. Trust me, a lot of them are paid agents. A lot of them.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
I
That's
just
true.
think these people.
It's common sense that is true.
Dav, let me
People
just come in
wait,
for a
hold up.
second.
Sorry,
Right?
escape 1 minute. These
Go on.
people that are doing that documentary, 100% are haters. First of all, second of all, they don't want unification, bruv. They don't want that. They just want to push their own narrative.
Lenny, no Turks want unification.
Hold on. If it's just someone telling their story, how is that they're haters? So everyone's got a story. It does. If there was a story about Greek Cypriots and like a family that got,
but there is stories, bruv.
hold on one second, got all unalived by Turks.
What do you mean?
Do you know what I'm not going to say they're haters.
What do you mean?
I'm just going to say they're telling their
what do you
story.
mean if?
Unfortunately, there was sad
Yeah, but I'm
stories.
just saying if there was a documentary.
Yeah, but you can't say if, mate, because as I said before,
I said if there was a
if you've
documentary.
got 30 stories, we'll have minimum.
Yeah, they're all just stories. You know,
One minute.
You know what I mean, bro?
Can I just say something?
There's no ifs here. But
Sab, let me say something to you.
Yeah, let me
This
finish.
is what
Yeah,
that
but let me finish.
documentary is
The only way, listen, mate, the only way you're going to heal, you and me, so I'm not pointing a finger at you now. I'm saying we. The only way we're going to heal, bruv, is if we stop talking about all these stories. Hey, you know what? 2 weeks ago, I went up, you know where Gokina is? What's that? Kofinya. All right. I went up there because a Turkish Cypriot friend of mine, gave me a bit of land that is on the south side, okay? And he told me to go and check out on it, all right? So I went up there, fucking driving like... Anyway, I've done a proper real estate job, you know, when you try and find a land with Google Maps and meters and whatever. It took me half a day. Anyway, so I went up there and I've got a lot of interesting things that I can actually share with some Turkish Cypriots. A lot of villages up there that were Turkish Cypriot villages that are on the south side, old houses, blah, blah. I took a lot of pictures. I can share that with whoever wants it, all right? Now, I stopped at a village called Mosfili, okay? All right, and it happened that when I was at the coffee shop I was at, the governor of Mosfili was there, all right? And I told him, because where we were sitting, we were overlooking Bashiamo and Gokines, all right? All right? So I told him, give me a bit of history. What happened? And he told me what happened. He even told me that Mosfili was enclaved for 7 months, okay? For 7 months they were eating nuts. Yeah, they were eating nuts. So you probably know these stories, all right? Because you're clued up, all right? They were eating nuts. And then one day the governor came up and he said, whoever ain't got children, okay, and wives.
Don't get what you're chatting about. This is
Hold on, let
actually
me
like
finish.
so
Let me
dumb.
finish.
Wait,
Let
let
me
him
finish.
speak.
Let me finish. All right, come
Nah,
to
I'm
the town
good.
hall.
I'm good. You're just talking
Drop him, Ray.
nonsense.
You're
I'm
10 years
talking
old,
less.
man. You can't be on TikTok, man.
I am not 10,
All right.
mate.
How
Don't
old are you?
chat.
How old are you?
Homework, man.
Guess.
What do you mean, guess?
12. 12.
What year were you born? You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
2011.
That sound right.
Okay.
I ain't done my maths, but that don't sound right.
Anyway, Sav, what was you saying?
Forget about it, bro. It's not
Anyway,
important.
Sav, you know, saying the other day.
If it was important, then no one would have let that little twit.
Listen, forget the tweet.
Go on, carry
Sav,
on,
you know what you
Sam,
were
man.
saying the other day, yeah? I can relate to what you're saying because, like, on my mum's side, half my family were Akel. And think Tash exiled all of them to Australia. They couldn't even stay in Cyprus, right? But I'm saying to you, all these Greeks that stood up against Aoka B, right, at the time, and then a lot of Greeks that actually saved their Turkish neighbors and things like that. If we look at it today, both sides have been entrenched in an opposite position to each other for so long that middle ground ain't there no more. Maybe you could find people like me and you in London, right? Because how we came is how we stayed. But I'm saying back in Cyprus, like I think the Turks are right that it needs to be two separate, like maybe not countries, but boroughs or whatever you want to call it. But
Man's
this
a
idea of
borough.
unification, we've gone too far down the road of being separate now to then become unified again. Like maybe in the future, in 50 years or 100 years, like it could happen. Like it's a miracle it would happen.
I agree with you up to a very, very high point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
go
let
on.
me just come in for a second because I wanted to comment on what you were saying, Sav.
Yeah.
Look, let's not beat around the bush. Some people will not want a deal on the island, okay? Whether it be a particular political party, whether it be outside influences, a lot of people
Yeah, they're
are making
invested.
a lot of money
Yeah.
out of that island
Yeah.
on both sides, and arguably, especially the Turkish Republic and Northern Cyprus, because of it being unrecognised, people can slip through the net and make a lot of money on the black market. So for a lot of people, it's not in their interest to do a deal. Hence why there are documentaries that might come out, and you might look at it and think, hold on a minute, I thought the UN's involved now and we're going to have a meeting, and why has this come out? And there might be that someone don't want a deal.
That's my point. That's my point.
Well, of course, man. Look,
Yeah,
this
but wait,
is life. It's politics.
They're haters, bro. They're haters, bro.
Listen, it's not about hating. It's just politics. It's about money, Lenny.
Escape. What you just said now, that gets overridden, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I think that the majority of people that are not up for a solution, they're the people that are in shock and are scared, and they don't know what tomorrow's going to be like because for the past 52 years they've been living a completely different life, which they know no other than that. Now, the rich people, I can assure you, that the rich people that are doing big investments, they're doing them today. There are tons of investments happening on the north side that Greek Cypriots are involved in with umbrellas, and there are tons of investments. I can assure you that Turks or Turkish Cypriots, whoever you want, with umbrellas, all right, are investing on the south side. So the money always finds a way to get to its target. Okay, that is not the reason. People are not thinking about a solution, about investment. I'm talking about the majority of the people. People, let's say like most of us. I won't say everyone because I don't know individually what everyone's on, all right, or what everyone's doing. But most of us, it's the shock. It's, for example, me, yeah? You know exactly, because we've been on this since day one, most of us here, okay? You know exactly where I am at. You know that I ain't got no problem with the Turkish Cypriots. Of course, we've had battles. I just have battles with people that talk crap Okay, because I like going down the middle. You got it, I got it. Let's forget about it. If we're going down that line and I have to only listen to you, what you got, I ain't gonna have it. Why? Because I got it as well. So let's forget about it. Walk forward. You know what my problem is: the Turkish politics, not the Turkish people, the Turkish politics, and I'm always referring to the August invasion, not the July intervention. All right, that is my personal problem. But coming back to Cyprus, okay, I sat down when I saw that framework, the one that we all got a bit excited on. Yeah, okay, I saw that. I took a quick read through it. I'm not very good with politics, but I realised, you know what? This ain't really gonna bother me tomorrow morning. All right, it ain't gonna change nothing with me tomorrow morning, but it's gonna give me more freedom of moving around, yeah, rather than today, even though we are moving around. But on the other hand, it's gonna give everything that my Turkish Cypriot brothers are looking out for, what they're crying out for, what their problem was for so many years, what they want, the recognition, the power, blah, blah, blah. So what did I do? I put my hands up and I said, let's do it, yeah? Because it ain't bothering me. So for me, I'm not afraid of the shock because I'm more or less expecting what's going to happen because it ain't going to bother me. It ain't going to bother no one. Now, people that come out and they don't realize that they're the people that are shocked and they don't want to get unshocked. They don't want to get unshocked, okay? But they will get unshocked when it happens when they've got no choice. Do you get my point, guys?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Okay, that is it. There's nothing else there. There's nothing else. That is it. But I still say that all these videos there, it ain't the best time now because all that video will be. Of course, the Turkish Cypriots can come out with a blockbuster on things that they went through. But what's that going to create? It's going to create a reaction, guys. It's going to create a reaction, and we don't want a reaction now. Now we want love. We don't want to remember it all again. Do you understand? You know, for me, it's a mistake. Not
Yeah,
now.
maybe. You
Not
got a
now.
point. You got a point.
I mean,
Yeah, not now.
if it's any consolation, I mean, I've had a look at this new proposed framework, okay, and the more and more I read about it, the more I think about it, and the more I assess the reality on the ground in Cyprus, the more I think that it's quite okay, you know, and it's going to give us the best chance to do a deal. Why do I think that? Well, right now, if we're brutally honest with each other, the confidence building measures and the proactivity around building confidence building measures has been piss poor, if I'm brutally honest with you.
I agree.
You know, yes, the borders are open. Yes, our people mingle. Yes, there are no incidents. Yes, I have a low fear factor. Okay, I don't believe that there is reason to be concerned. But
there's no infrastructure to facilitate any umbrella organizations where people can work together as yet.
Yeah, I mean, just basic stuff. You know,
the only thing that I didn't feel confident about the framework, but I'm sure they're going to fix it, is that I believe there's going to be quite a lot of stalemates in a lot of situations, all right? Okay, but I think that's very obvious, all right? And that's something that they're going to fix because do you agree with me, guys? If you've read that framework, there's a lot
I'll
of
tell you
things.
why I don't agree with you, sir.
Upper house and lower house. When they're going to be coming in and voting, it's going to be an equal vote.
Sav,
There
I'll tell
might
you
be a
why I
lot of
don't agree with
stalemates,
you.
right?
I was listening to you the other day, and I'll tell you why I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
The lower houses, they're running their own sides of the island, right? The upper houses ain't running shit. They're the ones that are getting told what to do by Europe and America and whoever, and then they've got to just sell it to us. And the Turkish side will sell it to the Turkish way, in the way that is acceptable to us, and the Greek side will sell it to you in a way that's acceptable to you, and the upper house would just be just a puppet of the rest of the world, which it is now still. So, like, really and truly, this upper house that you're worrying about having a stalemate, there ain't going to be no stalemates because they ain't got saying anything anyway. Like, even they're saying the president, the revolving president, is just a Googler, is just a thing, it's just a
But
puppet.
but that's always the case. If you see all these countries that have got prime ministers and they've got one of those presidents, he's just there for, I think, fuck all. Really, he's got no power. He's got no
Exactly.
saying. Anyway, I don't know a lot about that.
Well, look,
Why
I
he's even
mean,
there?
Sav, I mean, instead of looking at it in that way, I mean, what I've read is there's going to be lots of opportunities to sort of free up a deadlock. There's joint conciliation committees. There's, you know, it can even go to judiciary, the federal court, so on and so forth. But what I think we will see, and I think it's important for the Turkish Cypriots. The Turkish Cypriots want to feel wanted and they want to feel equal. I think it's a nod in the direction of democracy. You know, having a situation where even if there is a deadlock or a stalemate, we can go back to the drawing board and compromise, draft a new version. You know, this is what democracy is all about. And I would love to see democracy on the island of Cyprus instead of an island that's split on ethnic grounds. But this documentation from the UN, or this leak really, it gives a really good framework in that the two communities will have their own regional governments. The Turkish Cypriots will have their government. The Greek Cypriots will have their own, and that will control, you know, the local, you know, laws, the policing, the schooling,
local governing, the governance
yeah,
of the on the local level.
Didn't I say this? Escape and Turkish. Didn't I say this about I don't know, a year, 15 months ago? Didn't I tell you that I believe that the only way something can come up is when, you know, it's like the American system, you know, that, you know, for example, you know, there'll be certain rules and governors in every different place, and then it will be like, you know, like the United
Congress.
States of Cyprus. All right,
Yeah.
that means that every area, like in Karinya, there might be
a mayor,
a head hanging conviction. In Larnaca, there might not be a head hanging. There might be an electric chair. In Karinya, there might not be an electric. I'm giving you an example now. Yeah. All right. That's all down to the local, what do you call it? Governing,
Sentiment,
right? Yeah.
I mean, I just want to respond to Andy in the comments because he's 100% correct.
I heard Andy's English. Is that true?
No, Andy's not an Ingleser. He wants to be. He wants to be, but he's unlucky enough to have Greek heritage. But let me. Andy's 100% correct. Even this framework will mean that the island will be split on ethnic grounds, which is not ideal, but it's the only way those two communities are going to get close to a long-term solution. You know, keeping, staying within their comfort zones, being in control of their own.
Do you know what this is like? This is like two people were married, right? And they got divorced. And now, like, the wife's saying, I won the lottery. And the husband's saying, yeah, but you bought the lottery ticket while you were still married to me. Half that money's mine. Right? This is what the Greeks and the Turks are like. It's like they're separate, but the big windfall money that's going to come in, they got to find a way of splitting it fairly. So all these natural gas and all this big money that's going to come in, they've got to split that money fairly. So that infrastructure, the framework, the banking system, all the organizations that deal with that money and the trickle down to the population has got to be put in place now.
Well, this is it.
But the populations will still be two separate people, ethnically wise.
Can we be adults and share? You know, that's what it's going to come down to eventually. Can we be adults and share?
Yeah, but you have to, mate. You have to. I mean, if
you want to move forward, you have to.
You know what I mean? That you have to. It is you have to. What can I say?
There's a lot of barriers, guys. There's ego. There's propaganda.
The thing is, the money. Listen, the money that's on the table is so big that every pocket will get greased. Like you were saying, Escape, that there's some people that's invested in the status quo and whatever, like millionaires that don't want nothing to change, yeah? Even they will get compensated. There's that much money around, like with this whole natural gas thing. Do you get it? So nothing can stand in the way of like this going through. So when Soph was asking, will we have a solution in 1 year, like 3 shows ago, I said guaranteed 100%. Take it to the bank. There's definitely going to be a solution because there's so much money at stake here, right? That if that money doesn't find a route to channel through to where it's supposed to go, how's all these people gonna siphon off a little bit here and there? You know, the rich are at the top of the tree, right? They get to siphon off all the money before it even comes to the poor.
Well, I hope so. Because guys, look, we come from 2 people that have lived within each other's pockets for thousands of years, hence the population exchanges and all the other crap that's happened between us. And we've also lived like enemies, okay? But I'll tell you something, the last 20 years, looking at wars in places like Syria, where people were unalived at the drop of a hat, places like Gaza, and then looking at the flip side, places like Ukraine and Russia, where the war is just, never ending. Or you look at Iran and Israel and America, this is not what we want to see in the Aegean. This is not what we want to see in the Mediterranean. We don't want to see Greece and Turkey blown to smithereens and the people unalive. We don't want to see Cyprus turned into a fire pit, and I don't want outside forces to try to create a situation where it does become one. We can't afford for that to happen in our region. So the only way we're gonna deal with this is we either go to war, which is what some people want us to do, or we shake hands and we come to an agreement. And this will open up the floodgates, not just for us in Cyprus, but Greeks and the Turks in Greece and Turkey. And we will create probably a regional power, a regional force that's unparalleled. But it's up to them.
Escape in Turkish, you know something, guys? I think that there's a lot that we don't know about yet. Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about gas. We're talking about all these
pipelines,
all these plants and whatever. But you know what? For the last, how long has it been going on when they discovered and they started doing all these plants? Somewhere 15 years, 20 years. What is it?
Not even.
Okay. For the past 15 years, the ROC have been doing side deals, okay, with so many people that we don't know about, okay?
Yeah.
I believe that even Russia, because we got bailed out, I remember, with that Russian money that we got into a bit of trouble, and then all of a sudden, what do you call him, Kristofjas had a meeting, and I know for sure that Putin and Kristofjas were in the Larnaca Marina, all right, the Larnaca port, the native port, on a private meeting, okay, because I know who gave them internet access with a private, line or whatever it was, okay, and they said that they smashed the deal with all that, the money, that the Russians woke up one day and they had all their accounts blocked and whatever, but they got it back, okay, or they struck it. How did they do that? It must have been with a gas deal or something. There's so many deals that have taken place, and I believe that at some point there's going to be a few people that are going to pop up with some serious contracts, that are going to say, hey, I own a bit of that, I own a bit of that, I own a bit of that, because we've had gas for 15 years and I ain't seen nothing in Cyprus.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I ain't seen nothing yet in Cyprus. All I know is that everything is so expensive, getting expensive, and we were promised so much for the past 10 years. Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. So I believe there's a lot of foreign hands in our pockets that one day, when the shit hits the fan, we're going to hear about it and we're going to be shocked.
Listen, I mean,
I don't know about shocked, because for me that's a standard practice, right? Globalization, that's the standard practice. It's like they're arguing over the oil rights in bloody Alaska. Do you know what I mean? These look like the Americans on one side, they want Greenland so they can get closer to Alaska. The Russians got Alaska from the other side. They're arguing over Alaska. Cyprus is like small potatoes for them, bro. Like it's an easy that they could sort out the Cyprus issue in half an hour if they wanted to. It's just that everyone's been entrenched into these stalemate positions for so long because they're just basically holding Turkey to ransom. Europe's in the decline. Turkey's going up. They're saying to Turkey, listen, when you go up, you got to cut us in on all these deals with Iraq, all these pipelines that are coming through from Iraq and Kurdistan, all these Syrian things that you got going. We're the European, like we've got the money. We're going to invest. We're the bank. We're going to put the money down. When you make your money, Turkey, we want our cut in it. And that's what Europe's doing. They're holding Turkey to ransom. And ever since the Cyprus issue happened, where Turkey foolishly went in, right, they've been paying the price through the nose. Europe's been using this Cyprus thing against Turkey forever, to the point where even if Turkey bent over backwards to get out of Cyprus, Europe don't want them to because they've got them over a barrel. They're using it against them at every turn. Oh, what about the Cyprus issue? What about the Cyprus issue? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
It's a headache. It's a headache for Turkey.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe that it was a mistake for Turkey to intervene. I think it was necessary because the constitution had been, had come to an end pretty much after the attack on
July.
Look,
so we can be on the same page and talk fairly. July, I totally agree with you. August, it could have been avoided. All right. It could have been avoided, and we all know that. We have to be, listen, it ain't going to make you a better or worse person if you say the truth, all right? You know, we all know that August, okay, it shouldn't have happened that way, all right? It shouldn't have happened.
The people that were in charge, that's what they did. But
yeah, it wasn't your fault or Turkish's fault or Sov's fault or my fault or Jan's fault. Obviously, I'm just saying, you can't be, listen, as the old say, you can't be wrong and strong. And we know that. It's not your fault, mate. Come on. It's not none of us your fault.
Look,
that could have been avoided.
It could have been because the Greeks, listen, the other issue that we had at the time is that there was a power vacuum. There was a power vacuum in Greece and the Greek invasion, I still call it a Greek invasion, just overthrew the bloody government in Cyprus. So Turkey wanted to force a deal, at the drop of a hat, but there probably wasn't anyone on the other side to do a deal. That's the problem. That is also the reality on the ground. But look, I mean, it's coming to a point now. I mean, Turkey's just done a massive deal with Iraq.
15% of BP, yeah?
Yeah, but more than that, it's almost 1 million barrels of crude oil a day being shipped
from
Turkey.
That Turkey want to bring that pipeline through the north. You know that through.
Well, this is it.
The north, through Cyprus.
Yeah. And they're building infrastructure to do it now. What they do, a country like Turkey, is it plans not for next week, but for 20, 30, 40 years' time, 100 years' time. I mean, they have a border with Iraq, and they've been in litigation. It's been at court since 2010. Really, Turkey decided to cut off all oil exports in 2014. Because what Turkey did is it actually gave the green light to the Kurds in Iraq and allowed the Kurds to start shipping oil through Turkey. And Iraq took them all to court because Iraq, rightly so, believes it's their oil. It's their sovereign state. And Turkey closed the tap for over 10 years, over a decade. But because of the issue in the Suez Canal, because of the issue with Iran and everyone else, they've all come to a deal. And suddenly, you've got 1 million barrels of oil that's just appeared out of nowhere that's going to be hitting the European markets. Who knows? Suddenly, something might happen in Cyprus too that comes out of nowhere. And after 50 years of deadlock, gets resolved in one afternoon.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like this Iraq thing. Literally in one afternoon, it got resolved.
Look, I think they can resolve it over a cup of tea. All right. I think they can resolve it over a cup of tea. All right. But they don't want to resolve it that easy. They don't want to resolve it that easy. That's why I was so disappointed last week with those Guterres comments where, you know, everyone was giving their opinion, their view on it, and I told them, listen, I'm going to sit down tomorrow after the final meeting they're going to have in the daytime, and I want to listen. I want to listen to all the Greek Cypriot politicians, the high-end politicians, all right? You know, the leaders, all right? I want to listen to their view. And when I listen to their view, you know, just to cut through all the hard work, I realised that we got nowhere. I realised that Guterres, he came in, he told everyone that, you know, you're all sleeping, you don't know what you're doing, there's too many gaps, go back, do your homework. They know how to solve this problem, but I think it's we're the ones who don't want to solve the problem. We're the ones. Now,
we have been, yeah.
Whether it's Turkey and Greece behind us, not allowing us to solve the problems, we don't know. But it's us. We're never ready to solve the problems. Do you get me, Escape? What I'm saying?
Well, this is what I said, and I know you were referring to it. I actually posted this. There was a Greek Cypriot politician. I don't know if you saw it on my story, but he basically said that...
I did see it, yeah.
Yeah. It's down to the Cypriots to sort themselves out. Sort yourselves out, create a roadmap, and the guarantors will have to sit down and do a deal. Listen, like Turkish was saying, this situation has been a burden for Turkey. It has locked us out of many opportunities. It's locked the Turks out of many opportunities. Europe is one. And it hasn't been easy intervening in Cyprus and maintaining it. It's probably set the Turks back 40, 50 years too, you know? So it's in everyone's interest to do a deal so that the shackles can be untied.
That's why Turkey, they learnt their lesson. That's why they didn't go into Bosnia. Otherwise, see what happened in Bosnia, the Srebrenica massacre.
Yeah.
Turks wanted to go in. They barely could convince their population that they couldn't do it. You know, but the way they done it was all right. Like the Europeans have agreed that they're going to go in instead of us, and they're going to stop it, and blah blah blah, which they did, to be fair, right? But they just took their sweet time about it, and a lot of Muslims got G-sided. But Turkey was ready to go in, but Greece was one of the countries saying, "Nah, we can't have Turkish troops on both sides of our border. We've got them on the east side. We're going to have them on the west as well, stationed there." So they put them in NATO uniforms.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing what they're going to do with Cyprus now. Just going to put the army in a NATO uniform, and that's it.
Although, listen, as a proud Turkish Cypriot, you know, who has 100% respect for Turkey, I feel a little bit heartbroken when I whittle down Turkey's I don't know what the best way to describe it, their influence on the island, and we have to acknowledge that. For Turkish Cypriots, whittling down Turkey's influence on the island can put us in an anxious situation, and that's one of the issues we have. Just like the Greeks are anxious about Turkey's involvement, the Turkish Cypriots are anxious if the Turks are not involved. You know.
Yeah. You got to remember, Escape, what Atatürk said. Atatürk said, right, we can't protect you outside of our own borders. If anything happens, you got a safe space. You can come here, but we can't come there. And it was only because of Necmettin Erbakan that the Cyprus move happened. Like, that was unprecedented what he done. That was just like an off-the-cuff moment where Bülent Ecevit was tied up with something. I think he was ill in hospital or something, and they left Erbakan in charge. The geezer's a general, right? He's a military guy. Like, he ain't looking for no negotiations, isn't he? He ain't a politician, the guy. So he dealt with it the way our soldier would deal with it. He said, we're going to go in and we're going to take half the island. Well, they were going to take more, but I think it was a Kissinger that was phoning up and saying to them, like, you better stop, otherwise we're going to send our troops in. So they had to stop, innit? But I want to know what would have happened if they went all the way and come face to face with the English.
Well, the English would have stayed in their barracks, just like they
I think
did.
what would have happened to Brits, what happened to them in Çanakkale?
No, they would have stayed in their barracks, just the way that
No,
the
there
Russians...
weren't no Australian forces for them to dispose of. Like.
Listen, just the way the Russians and the Americans stayed in their barracks in Syria, the Brits would have stayed in their barracks in Cyprus. You know,
Actually, that is the good answer, because all these years I've been thinking about it, and I would have thought that. Never would have thought that. That's what they would do, really, innit?
Of course.
They'll just like fortify themselves and say, we're stuck, we're not coming out.
Of course, they're not going to take on the Turkish army. And that was evidence recently in Syria. In fact, an American general said, are you crazy? There's 5,000 of us. You think we're going to be able to stand up to a 1 million man army on the border?
Yeah, man.
It's not going to happen. So when the Turks come, we step aside.
You know what, Escape? I've been listening to what you said. One thing I disagree with you is that you said because of Cyprus, Turkey didn't go EU. But I disagree with that because if EU wanted to have Turkey, they would have had it. So
yeah, they
just
used
like
Cyprus as a
Cyprus
mahana,
went
though.
into...
I agree with you.
It was their bahaner.
It's an excuse.
They used it.
It's a grey area.
But if they never had that excuse, then it would have been better for Turkey, basically.
Doesn't matter. They will have another excuse.
Well, John, don't forget that with all due respect to my Greek brothers and sisters, Greece has been very, very hot on anti-Turkey rhetoric and trying to block Turkey in every which way. I mean, even most recently with the sale of F-16 fighter jets, So I don't know how much pressure that Greece has put on Europe to block Turkey's accession.
It's not that, Escape. I see the opposite way around. I think because the French and the English, they got to sit down with the Turks and do deals with them. They use the Greeks to stop Turkey from advancing in any kind of
I agree
peaceful
with Carl,
measure.
yeah. That's true.
And it's the French and the English that are behind and supporting the Greeks in their anti-Turkish position.
true.
Because really, Greeks know they could put all their money from the Greek banks into the Turkish economy like the Spanish did, and they would make a fortune. They wouldn't have to be in debt right now, right? But they deliberately handed themselves over to the Europeans like a lamb to the slaughter, expecting the Europeans to step up and facilitate them.
Lamb to the slaughter, man. Exactly, man. That's what it is. True.
Like the suvla.
Yeah, man. Suvla, man. Shish kebab.
I'm telling you, this whole thing is like a war between France and England about who's going to divide up the world better. Right now, French are on the back foot.
Listen,
that's why they've got why have the French got battleships near Cyprus? Because Lebanon is half of it's getting taken right now. They took 150 villages from Lebanon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? That's why the battleships are off the coast of Cyprus. Nothing to do with Cyprus. Don't think the French give a monkeys about Cyprus. They don't. If anything, it's the
Who took
English
150 villages in Lebanon?
the Yahudi left and Americans. They're taking it
Listen,
off
I disagree with you. I mean, I actually think Britain and France converge in their foreign policy. The French like to prop up the Greeks and the Cypriots, and the Brits and the Turks are
you got to remember,
strategic partners.
When it comes to keeping Russia in his little box, England's in charge of the North Sea, where the Russian subs would have to come through past Greenland, right, to get to America. So America needs England more than it needs France. So when France hits shit street, like in Africa, where 5 countries broke off from France, right, no one helped France.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Because they don't really like France like that. They don't have no love for them.
Rhodes, can I say something before I drop? Because I have to go and get the sack.
I do.
All right, listen to this very carefully. Forget all the heavy politics. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's what it is. 1, 2, 3.
Ready, steady, go.
The North The North, and I think you said this the other day, I think, Escape, the North is a very big client to Turkey. One of their clients, okay, is a client, is a customer. It's
No, it was someone else.
were you on the live? Who was
Yeah,
it?
I was
thought
on
it
the live.
you.
I actually contested that. I said that the North is a very small customer to Turkey.
Yeah, okay. Now, on the other side, do you know that our little south of Cyprus, we are the ones, okay? Because I believe that the Golden Passport palaver that happened on the south, okay? I believe that was an internal setup, okay? All right? I believe that was made. I look at results. I'm not going to. We can sit here for 1 week explaining every single bit what happened along the way, but I'm going to look at the result, and I believe it was an internal setup, and it helped Greece. Greece were on the floor, okay, and when we lost the golden passports, they were handed over to Greece, okay, and then all the business left Cyprus and went to Greece, okay. All right, it all went there. I remember 7-8 years ago, I was taking people to Athens, and we were buying apartments for 20,000-30,000 euro that now are 250,000-300,000 euro. The economy has risen up very highly now. Greece was on the floor. If the golden passports didn't open in Greece, they'll still be on the floor. Okay, we were getting cabs from the airport, and the driver was telling us, if I don't put the tax meter on, I'll do it for you half price. And I was saying, like, fuck it, who needs a tax meter? You know what I mean? All right? It was like that. But for Greece to get that, we lost that. Now, all the palaver of this is Cyprus and the dodgy ministers and that they all got freed. They all got cleared, by the way. No one went to jail. No one went to jail with the golden passports. They all got cleared. So it was another story. It was another sell-off. We got stuffed and Greece got saved. All right? So what I'm trying to say before I go to sleep, guys, is that unfortunately, the Greek Cypriots and the Turkish Cypriots, as in the south and the north, we're always the spare tire, okay? The spare tire of the mighty Turkey, and let's say, according to Cyprus, the mighty Greece. Okay, we're the spare tire, guys. They use us and abuse us. And I think we're the puppets and they're controlling us. And,
You're probably right in many ways. You're probably right.
Yeah, stay patient. The way, I've changed my ways lately, I'm a new born. I look at things a lot different. I've risen my hands up and stay patient. Keep going the way you're all going, though, because I always say, and there's two people on this panel that I've come out public and I've said that you two are on.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
I've said it, man. I think Turkish, you know about this. And
Yeah.
I said that you two, you don't talk crap. You're very steady with what you say and you're very fair. Some things hurt, unfortunately. The truth hurts a lot of times. The truth hurts, okay? And it is what it is. I think you should stay the way you are, guys, all right? Stay on the same track the way you are. Fingers crossed, and hopefully we'll have a better day in Cyprus, yeah?
Lovely.
It's crossed, man.
You got away with words today, Uncle Sava.
Great speech, Sava.
Yeah. Got away with words, don't you, mate?
Yeah, man, I have, yeah.
Well done. That was very nice.
He's going to run
guys.
for the mayor of Galinoponi.
At least the Muhtari, at least.
Dalibo, God bless you, love you, one love, and we'll talk tomorrow. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, eh?
Galinista, Sava.
Galinista, bye.
Bye-bye.
What we're doing, Soft, we call it a night?
Yeah, look, we've got a few more minutes. If there's anything you want to talk about, let's call it a night.
And we haven't heard from Mateus, is it?
Yeah, Matteo, you want to say the last few words for us, mate? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Do you want to give us the last few words before we close? Okay. Nothing to add today. Nothing to add today. All right, I think that was pretty good. That was a pretty good live.
Yeah.
Dan, you want to add anything or? That's it.
I just want to say one thing.
Go on, Turkish.
Kalenim bedenleri yar yandım. Şinanay yavrum şinanay. Oh, nay. Yeah, that's how we should end the show every time.
That's it, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, copyright that one.
I probably wouldn't.
Çifte telli
If I was you, I
Turkiko.
wouldn't sign up for the X Factor show.
Did it escape?
I said if I was Turkish, I wouldn't sign up to any X Factor shows.
You mean? Why not?
Nah,
What
stick
do you
to your
mean?
day job.
Don't break my heart. What are you trying to tell me?
All right, guys. Have a good night, yeah?
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.